Scottish football action where Aberdeen travel to Ibrox. We are live on the Red Tinted Glasses YouTube channel. This will be a tough game for Aberdeen tonight. Hopefully we can get a good result. Big ask, obviously. Tough trip to Ibrox awaits. I've got the team news scrolling along the bottom of the screen for those of you that are tuning in. Just nobody. Good evening to those of you that are just joining this watch-along stream for tonight's away fixtures. Aberdeen travel to Ibrox. It's a depleted Aberdeen squad. It's going to be a challenge. It's a makeshift defence. I've got the team news there running along the bottom of the screen for the time being. Aberdeen line up with Joe Lewis in goals. Funso Ojo filling in at right wing back as he did so excellently at the weekend against Hibernian. David Bates, Scott Brown, Ross McCrory. I'm expecting that to be the back three, with Dean Campbell continuing a run of youth academy graduates being in Aberdeen starting lineup since 1949. Look like he'll fill in at left wing back. Johnny Hayes moving into midfield alongside Ryan Hedges probably being our wingers. And then we've got Lewis Ferguson, Dylan McGeoch. He's probably the surprise inclusion heading into midfield. Let us know your thoughts on this starting lineup. And then Christian Ramirez leading the line on his own. Sadly, Marley Watkins, despite his man of the match performance against Hibernians, he will drop down to the bench. Bench being made up of Gary Woods, Marley Watkins, Niall McGinn, J. Emmanuel Thomas, Jack Gurr, Samuels and Longstaff. I think it's going to be a tough night tonight. Big ask away to Rangers, especially with that depleted defence that we've got. I've got the stream up, so I will be commenting along with how the game is panning out. For those of you that don't want to listen to the Rangers TV coverage, thank you very much for tuning in. I hope you enjoy the coverage. Hope you've been enjoying the podcast so far this season. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Leave us a comment with any thoughts during the match, any questions that you would like to have me answer during the game. I'll do my best to do that as well. And Paul Reiki there with the first comment of the night, saying he's going to have to watch it covering my eyes. Well, Paul, I don't think I can do that because I can't exactly provide the comment, but I don't think you're the only one with that fear, because I think it's going to be a tough night for us. Hopefully we can maybe grind out a result. Big defensive performance needed. Let's hope we can do it. It's going to be a tricky night given the sad news that happened yesterday with Walter Smith's passing. I think it's going to provide a lot of passion to the Ibrox faithful that are there tonight. But confident that Stephen Glass is going to have us set up nice and defensively, and let's hope we can maybe grind out a point. It would be much needed. Certainly good to build on the 3 points that we got to stop the rot against Hibs. But let's see what we can do. Kick off fast approaching, 10 minutes away. The Rangers team running along the bottom there: McLaughlin, Tavernier, Goldson, Balogun, Bassey, Lundstrom, Kamara, Aribo, Haji, Roof and Morelos to complete their starting 11. Difficult ask to stop that front line. Hopefully this makeshift defence, Scott Brown up against Alfredo Morelos, I think that's definitely going to be a bit box office, but let's see if he can put in a good defensive shift. Colin 3-5-2, hoping that we can keep it tight first half. I think that's absolutely crucial, Colin. We've got to keep it tight the first 10-15 minutes, try and frustrate Rangers for as much as possible, and see if we can, get the crowd to turn on them and get a foothold. We discussed it on the preview of the game, saying we've got to be clinical when the chances come and hold tight as long as possible. See if Watkins does come on and change the game. I'm disappointed to see that he's not starting tonight. I thought he was great on Saturday and really helped out Christian Ramirez and freeing up space for him and dragging defenders left, right, and centre. Deserved man of the match performance for me from Marley Watkins at the weekend. I think he will be a big loss. And I think Christian could be a bit of an isolated figure tonight. It might be a frustrating shift for him. Hopefully not too frustrating. He's obviously coming out in the press this week saying he's been getting some abuse online based on his performances, unwarranted in my opinion. But hopefully, fans see that he is trying his best, and it's a tough shift for him up there alone, and even more isolated tonight. Will be a tough ask for Christian, but let's hope he can do something. Kernwell Metal Detective saying, I can only see us winning if we score in the first half. Well, most of our wins at Ibrox in recent years have come when we've scored in the opening 10 minutes. Let's hope that we can repeat that fixture tonight, although it will definitely make for a very nervy remaining period of the games. Makes for an exciting watch along if we do take the lead, because I'm not sure how this is going to go. If we start conceding 3, 4 or 5, it will be pretty brutal, especially with Callum ditching me for the snuts tonight and leaving me on my own to do this. But I'm glad there's a lot of you joining in on this tonight, commenting along, giving me some stuff to talk about, because it'll be pleasant to speak about if the match isn't any worth watching. But no, I agree, Caramel Metal Detectives probably do need to score the first goal if we're giving ourselves any chance tonight. Certainly cutting out the defensive mistakes that we've seen being committed across the season, apart from the 2 games against Dundee United and Hibs where we've managed to keep clean sheets. But big ask defensively for us tonight, and let's hope the boys can do something. Emma JT, I was confident we'd at least score 1. I assumed Watkins would start. Now not so sure. I think a few of you also shared those comments there, or those sentiments from Emma, that maybe a lack of confidence based on the fact that Marley Watkins is no longer in the starting lineup. But, well, glass ball is to be trusted, I suppose. Hopefully he knows what he's doing. He's obviously, packing the midfield. We're, I guess, going to try and stifle Rangers as attacking players and try and frustrate as much as possible. But it could be a very long night as we approach 5 minutes to kick off. And Ian Watson there saying, Mon the Dons. Yeah, well, let's hope we can actually do something tonight. And it is more a case of Mon the Dons and not, oh, for fuck's sake, what's going on here defensively. It's great to have so many of you tuning into the watch along. We weren't sure how it was gonna pan out, but great to see that you are tuning in. And if you are new to the channel, welcome. Look back on the content that we've been providing recently. Obviously, after this, it'd be great if you can stay with us for the full 90 minutes, and make sure you hit that like button, comment, keep the interactions going, and hit that subscribe button for more content as it's released throughout. And Joseph Marshall, I think, echoing sentiments of many, saying let's hope the fans pay their respects for the minute silence that will be upcoming before kickoff for Walter Smith, who sadly passed away yesterday. And Ian asking there, what do you think the expected formation is going to be? I've gone for it to be a back 3 with Brown playing in the centre back, David Bates and Ross McCrory to flank him, as we saw on Saturday. I'm not sure who the left back will be. I'm assuming Dean Campbell playing wing back roles and Funzo Ojo right wing back. And then McGee to maybe sit in front of that defence alongside Lewis Ferguson, Ryan Hedges and Johnny Hayes to be on the wing, and Christian Ramirez to cut an isolated figure up front, leading the line for Aberdeen tonight. And then I think to go back to the point that was made earlier, see if we can keep that game tight and then use the likes of Watkins, McGinn, maybe even Samuels, get one of them on to get at Rangers as the game begins to stretch. Maybe if Rangers are looking to press and getting frustrated, if we're still keeping the game tight 0-0 as the second half wears on. So we'll certainly see. Rangers have got a strong looking lineup. That front 3 that they've got Hadji, Ruth Morales, even Aribo. We know what he can do. So it's going to be a tough shift for the likes of Dean Campbell being thrown in. He performed that role well at left wing back again. At Tynecastle, I thought he did well that second half. I know he's not always a popular figure amongst Aberdeen support, maybe a bit of a Marmite figure. But no, certainly he'll be one that's got a tough ask, and similarly Funso Ojo as well. But let's hope that the players can live up to the task at hand and keep Rangers out or keep them at bay for as long as possible. But yeah, I certainly think it's going to be a long night for our defence. So the players getting ready to come out at Ibrox. The Union Bears have got their display in memory of Walter Smith currently being unfurled. And there will, of course, be a minute's silence in remembrance of Walter Smith before the kick-off takes place. Chris, the referee tonight is John Beaton. Brother Beaton in charge for his fellow Bears. I'm sure we will get some favourable decisions from him. Maybe not, of course. And Andrew Dallas, the fourth official. So all the usual suspects out in force tonight at Ibrox to make sure that it's a tough night as possible. Of course, there is no bias in the SFA, I'm sure. But yeah, John Beaton, who's, I think, last referee does at Motherwell away, if I remember correctly. He is the man that is in the middle for tonight's game as the teams emerge from the tunnel at Ibrox. Kick-off fast approaching. And Emma, yeah, I agree. I'm looking forward to seeing what Dean can do. Aberdeen boy, he knows what this fixture means to the fans. He'll know what it means to be in that away end as well. Let's hope he can translate and get a good performance. It looks like a fine vocal away support there. Obviously not a sellout, given probably to be expected given the current form that we found ourselves in going into this fixture. Midweek trip down to Glasgow. It looks a very dreich night down at Ibrox. I wonder if that'll have any bearing on conditions. I'm sure it'll be a slick surface, conducive of passing football, which I know we've been trying to do a lot, but not sure if we'll end up being quite defensive or not tonight. And it'll be a case of sitting in and absorbing the pressures the players get ready to observe the minute silence for Walter Smith. And yeah, Chris, I think you're absolutely right. I think in general tonight we can only hope for a miracle, if that's related to the refereeing performance or just the Aberdeen performance. In general, it'll be certainly a tough ask tonight. But I think, even if we get a solid performance tonight, we've touched on it. The guys at the ABZ Football Podcast, the other regular football podcast covering all things Aberdeen, who do a terrific job just starting up this season, they also touched on it as well. This game obviously isn't a free hit. This isn't a Wraith Rovers repeat, but the game on Saturday is probably the bigger game of the two coming up over the next couple of days. And even if we can just get a solid performance tonight to give us encouragement going into that performance that game on Saturday, it's something that we can definitely, build on. And we want to keep the momentum going as much as possible from Saturday's victory over Hibs. Probably not the fixture we'd want to find ourselves coming up against after ending that barren run, but never know, it might work in our favour. Going to a place like Ibrox and probably not being expected to get anything from tonight's game, and let's hope that we can, actually show a bit of pride. We questioned that pride and fight from the team after the Dundee game when we went down 2-1 at Dens Park, but we seem to see that from the players on Saturday. Let's hope we can see that again tonight in some respect. The minute silence just still underway at Ibrox, so kickoff will be taking place after that comes to a conclusion. I think it would have been quite awkward if I just sat in silence for a minute on here, but that is it. Ending kickoff is shortly going to take place. The managers exchanging handshakes, pleasantries before battle begins at Ibrox. It's going to be a testing 90 minutes, but let's hope that we don't sit off Rangers and absorb the pressure straight away. Let's hope we can try and impose ourselves. I'm sure Scott Brown will have got the players right fired up for this game. He's barking out instructions already to the team. Let's see what we can do in this game just now. Kickoff just about to take place. Now, I've decided to mute the commentary because I cannot be bothered listening to Clive Tilsley for 90 minutes. They're unbearable at the best of time. Players just taking the knee now for the show of respect with the kick it out campaign ending racism. A few Aberdeen players choosing to stand as a mark of respect as Christian Ramirez looks to get the game underway. It'll be interesting to see what Aberdeen's tactic is. It looks like it's just going to be a hoof up the pitch from Scott Brown, a hit and hope. I miss those rugby style tactics where we aim it to the corner and try and put teams under pressure from the off. But we've won a throw in up inside the Rangers half, so good to see us making an attacking start already. But I think that's what we've got to do. Just keep the ball early on. Get our foot on the ball as much as we can. And let's see what we can do against this Rangers side. We've lost the possession already, but Joe Revo doing well to keep the ball in and moving it across pitch to Calvin Bassey on the other wing. And already Rangers coming forward with Yanis Hadji here. I think it's really important that we keep our shape as well. Funso Ojo's miles out of shape as the ball comes into the box, and Ross McCrory heading that behind. Is Ojo going to prevent the corner? No. Well, I've just said it's important we keep our shape, and Funso Ojo wildly moving into midfield, not staying in that right wing back position. Really not what you want to be doing at Ibrox, giving Rangers an early chance to impose themselves. Just less than 90 seconds gone and they've already got the first corner of the game. We really need to be cutting. I said before the game we need to be cutting out those defensive mistakes and not being sloppy, and it's maybe already the first sign of that from Funso Ojo there. Corner coming in, and off McCrory. It's going to come back to Yanis Hadji, lofted back into the box. We're going to get that cleared, hopefully. Yeah, Ojo does clear that. And who's that? Johnny Hayes is the lone man outside, being our out ball, and he's managed to hold the ball up well and win a throw in for Aberdeen. So dealing with the early pressure, done that well. Hopefully, we can keep that going, preventing those attacks, and let's not have more of these silly mistakes throughout. Let's hope we've just got the nerves out of the way, because it is going to be for some of these players a nervy experience. Playing in unfamiliar positions. Look at Dean Campbell just taking a throw in just now down the left hand side. It was his first game probably is his first game since that game at Tynecastle. Funso Ojo coming forward. Can we do something? Oh yes, he's got past Bassey, but is he going to try and force a corner? Of course, it's just a decision that goes in favour of the home side as he touches Bassey, who collapses, and Rangers win a free kick towards the byline. So it'll be a chance for them to relieve any form of pressure that we may have had. Down very gently there, well, very lightly indeed off the contact, but I suppose you expect that sort of play at Ibrox. Any sort of contact, they'll collapse to make the referee get a decision, and when Beaton's the man in the middle, you expect him to make those decisions every day of the week. Well, we've lasted 3 minutes without conceding a goal, so we're doing not too bad. It's better than maybe most of us expected. Just like us to see us keep our feet on the ball a bit, giving the ball away a bit too cheaply for my liking. It's Rangers, building possession inside our own half. Glenn Kamara nearly giving that away, but unfortunately not. Ross Irvin asking if I can film what I'm watching. Unfortunately not, the stream would get down. And as Rangers come forward again, Ojo out of position, Bassey's shot, and Joe Lewis down, saving well to prevent, it is a shot on target, but prevent any further damages, and the ball's cleared. This isn't really going well certainly down our right hand side. Rangers are having too much success for my liking. already at this early stage. This could be a long night for Funso Ojo. He's not actually getting much help, it has to be said, from the man in front of him, as Rangers still come down with ball just on the edge of the Aberdeen box, looking to try and force his way in. It's Joe Rebo currently laying off for John Lundstrom. But yeah, Aberdeen a bit hemmed in just now. We just need to get our foot on the ball and try and just calm things down. It's a bit of one-way traffic just now. There's Dylan McGee blocks an attempt from Yanis Hadji, but the ball still doesn't go out of play. Ian Watson back in the comments saying Bates has no clue what to do. He's exposed. This formations won't work. We're less than 5 minutes in, but Bates is being exposed, but that's possibly by Funso Ojo wanting to get high and release the pressure. And when Rangers are countering, they're finding space in behind. Tavernier whipping in a ball there, and Joe Lewis has come and claimed that, and that's hopefully he just calms things down. Let's just get a bit of composure back. But interesting, Bates is being exposed, but we're not helping ourselves down that right flank just now, and hopefully we can get that shored up as the game goes on. I'm sure Steve Glass will be watching that as Johnny Hayes whips a ball into the box, but Connor goes and cuts that out with ease, and Rangers back in possession. Ramirez was coming into the box, but I don't even know if you'd have gotten the end of it. We are going to need to be smart in possession when we get up to the final third of the pitch. Do our best to take these chances that come along, and when they do, just be a bit street smart. Look at what Hearts did; they soaked up a lot of pressure and got their reward right at the death. I'm not saying that's what we're going to do, because I think that was the first time the ball's been in the Rangers box with that cross from Johnny Hayes. Again, Rangers trying to build down our left-hand side, but Yanis Hadji failing to keep possession and Aberdeen win it back. But Ryan Hedges wanting to release Johnny Hayes, it's not the right idea. Just keep your foot on the ball. It's cheap possession given away again in the midfield. And we're struggling to get our own half here. Need some sensible heads. Rebo, the ball over the top. Oh, and Hadji just can't get on the end of it. No one tracked the run, and if he'd taken that down, that was going to be 1-0. We just need a bit of composure here in the midfield as Dylan McGee and Scott Brown exchange passes. Some Aberdeen finally getting to keep a foot on the ball, and Dean Campbell taking us into the Rangers half before swiftly going back into the Aberdeen half as we pass the ball along the back line, moving forward to Funso Ojo on the right. And he cuts inside for a pass to Dylan McGee, and back we go again. This is our recycling phase as it's spread wide to Lewis Ferguson, and back to defence we go. We see it often enough at Pataudry, but I don't mind this just now. We've been under the cosh. Let's soak up the pressure, but Scott Brown just blooters a cross-field pass. Bit too much on that, and Ryan Hedges chests it down in front of Stephen Gerrard, so the ball goes out for a Rangers throw-in just on the halfway line. But no real attacking attempt from Aberdeen during that spell of possession, but it's about the most we've managed to keep the ball, so let's hope we can keep things going just now. It's great to have so many of you joining in on the watch along tonight. Comment below your thoughts, how the game's going, tactical decisions that we could do to maybe improve things, what you're thinking of the game so far. Dean Campbell there charging into closing down a clearance from James Tavernier, forcing a goal kick. If you are new to the channel, look back. We've done loads of player interviews. You'll find them under the interview section on our channel. If you're new around here, why not subscribe and get those notifications on for any future episodes? Ryan Hedges closes down lunch from here. Chance for Aberdeen. Dean Campbell get the shot away, man. Oh, Hedges, chance. Finish it. Yes! Christian Ramirez, come on. Get in there. Oh, Rangers tried to play out from the back. Brilliant work, Dean Campbell. Chips up through to Ryan Hedges. Oh, Christian Ramirez, back post, bang, thank you very much. Give it to Christian Ramirez. Chip him the ball and watch him score all the goals. Oh, that is absolutely fantastic work. John Lundstrom caught in possession there. Dean Campbell, superb work. I thought he was going to hit the shot. Beautifully plays in Ryan Hedges. Thinks the ball across. Christian Ramirez, predator as you like, inside the 6-yard box, dinks it home, 1-0. Thank you very much. The Cairnwell Metal Detectives did say if we had any chance, we would need to take the lead early in this game, and our American number 9 has absolutely done that for us. Smoke bomb let off in the away, and you love to see it. So happy for those fans that have made the effort to travel down to Glasgow on this Wednesday night. It looks a terrible day down in Glasgow, but when does it never not rain in Glasgow? They've had all the traffic problems, and they have a goal to celebrate as Aberdeen take the lead after, let's be honest, being under loads of pressure, but Rangers immediately looking to respond here. Joe Rebo getting down the wing, and it is going to be another Rangers corner. Oh, I did not think I would have a goal to celebrate tonight, and I am so glad I have. I'm sorry, Emma, if I did spoil that goal for you. I did see one of the comments that is probably ahead. Maybe I have turned the Aberdeen notifications off because I think my stream is actually behind that. As James Tavernier whips in this corner, head down by Goldson, and Rebo blocks it on the line. Thank you very much, Joe. And I think that's gone out for an Aberdeen goal kick, has it? Nope, brother beaten, ensuring Rangers can keep the pressure up by awarding a corner. Morelos' shot deflected off Joe Rebo, who is standing in front of Joe Lewis, and you're preventing Rangers from equalising rather quickly. I'd really not like them to kill my momentum of being delighted at our start. And I did say earlier that the last few times we have won at Ibrox, we have taken the lead inside the opening 10 minutes of this fixture. And Ian, I'm so glad you highlighted that as well. What a reverse ball from Dean Campbell there in the build-up to the goal. So many fans were so critical of Dean Campbell's inclusion in the starting lineup. Was he just being included to keep that run of youth academy graduates going that has been going since 1949, but showing calmness personified there to pick out Ryan Hedges? And it was a delightful assist from the Welshman for Christian Ramirez to nod home. And a comment here saying that St Johnstone are currently beating undefeated Hearts. That is interesting. We spoke to View from the Terrace's Robert Borthwick on Monday, and at the time of recording, obviously that was currently unbeaten Hearts. You can tune into that review from tomorrow. It'll be released at 5 o'clock on YouTube and across Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you go. If you do want to watch that video with Robert, make sure you hit that subscribe button and get the notifications on. Currently 12-1 to win this fixture. I mean, I'm very tempted by that, but with our defence, if this is the game we get our third clean sheet in, I don't think anyone will have been expecting that at all. Joseph Marshall, I think we might just have annoyed them. Well, we might have, but we are defending well so far. I think that's, Glenn Kamara's coming down again, down our right-hand side. Ojo's not getting tight to Bassey, who's going to get the ball in. Roof, great block. Superb Scott Brown taking the ball off Kemar Roof, which looked like it was going to be a certain equaliser there. Last ditch, very much, and goes past the post, and it's another corner for Rangers. Pressure still building here. But Aberdeen holding firm so far, defending this 1-0 lead after 12 and a half minutes going by my stream. Let's see if we can keep the pressure, keep the Rangers out just now. Not sure who that was. I think it was Hedges. Heads the corner clear. Glenn Kamara trying to get back to Tavernier, and he decides not to keep the ball in play, so Aberdeen have a throw-in and have a chance to relieve the pressure. Oof, I did not think we would be leading this game after 13 minutes. I was not expecting the watch-along to be going this well, half an hour into the live event, starting at 7:30, getting the team news out to you guys, and getting your pre-match thoughts of the game as well. Did anyone else think we'd be leading this early? Did anyone else give us any hope for this game? I'm glad someone's in the comments can't be bothered, because I can't be bothered checking the score, so I'm glad you are, and keeping the rest of us updated as Celtic have taken the lead at Easter Road, 1-0 to the away side there. Jack Ross's side continuing their poor run of form and looking set for another defeat as it stands, as they trail 1-0. Rangers trying another long ball. It's quite early for long ball tactics. It fails to connect, and Joe Lewis just happy to watch that ball trail behind for a goal kick. As Celtic are 2-0 up, I'm being told. So I'm glad this is kind of like a Jeff Stelling type watch along as well, with you guys keeping me updated on the other scores. I was going to have a ticker tape along the bottom of the screen with the scores being updated, but then I would realise I'd have had to pay attention to the other scores. And it's a chance here. Ryan Hedges into the box. Oh, last ditch tackle. I think that's Balogun. He's forced a corner. And it was actually a very well timed tackle there, because that could have been a penalty had he mistimed that. Last ditch, Ryan Hedges looking to control the ball. Balogun beating Hedges to the ball there. And it is a corner for Aberdeen. Let's see, can Alan Russell work his magic from another set piece? Scott Brown disagreeing with what the signal is, and Ramirez giving a signal just now. Let's see, Dylan McGee to whip the ball in. 6-yard box. Diving header. Yes! Scott Brown! Oh, it had to be. It just had to be. 15 minutes gone and it's 2-0. Oh, what a start this is. The away end is going absolutely mental. A diving header. And Scott Brown, as you expect, is giving it laldy to the Rangers end. Oh, I cannot believe what I am seeing. Oh, it's 2-0. What a start from Aberdeen. They have soaked up so much pressure. This has clearly worked. Dylan McGee floats it in by the penalty box. No one follows the run of Scott Brown. And diving header. Wow. Bullets it into the bottom corner. Rangers not sticking anybody on the post. Thank you very much. 2-0. Well, who thought we saw that game? Emma, I hope you're not too far on in your pregnancy. This might induce labour if this keeps going on like this. 2-0 up, Aberdeen, 16 minutes gone, away at Ibrox. Wow. Well, let's see how Rangers respond. They look shell-shocked. Obviously, most associated with Rangers Football Club, shocked by the tragic news of Walter Smith passing away last night. And their players currently shell-shocked by Aberdeen's fast and frantic start to this game. Very much on top here. Chris Time, I believe in miracles. Well, I might be singing that by full time if this carries on. No, many of you won't want to hear my singing, but well, we'll certainly be up for that if we can keep going. I might end up waking up the little one. He's not in bed yet, so I'm glad we've got the goals in. As Johnny Hayes here, a loose possession, driving towards the box, and ball's just got stuck between his feet. Play him out wide. Christian Ramirez tries to get the ball into the box, now can't control it. Dean Campbell on the volley. No, sets back to Lewis Ferguson. Oh! Just scuffs the shot, and it falls into John McLaughlin's hand, and the Ibrox crowd behind the goal are absolutely furious. You absolutely love to see it when that crowd get angry, and it's only taken 17 minutes for them to already get on their back. And Gooby's already in the comments saying glass in. Well, you were glass out for a long time. I'm glad to see you change your tune already. It's amazing how fickle we as fans can be. Giving him, I take it back what I said about Brown's red card. Well, still maybe won't put it past him to be booked already, but he's got himself on the score sheet. Second Aberdeen goal for Scott Brown, and what a place to get your second goal. You may not have known much about his first one, but you certainly know a lot about that goal. G-Road, nice to have you along, a regular commenter on the YouTube videos. No way. Yes way. It is. It's 2-0 Aberdeen, 18 minutes gone at Ibrox. Aberdeen stunning the league leaders in what has been a brilliant display of taking your chances when they come along. Me and Callum discussed that. And I said, Rangers have only kept one clean sheet in their last 4 in domestic duty at Ibrox. Make that 1 in 5, as they've conceded twice tonight already. 2 clean sheets is how many we've kept as Rangers come for here. As Lewis Ferguson size down Joe Aribo. Tried to win the ball, maybe did. The home crowd, of course, on their feet already. yeah, it's still managing to stay at 2-0, but we'll see what comes of this free kick. As Ross County have taken the lead at Dens Park, that is a big goal at the bottom end of the table as the Operation Save the Mallards seems to be back in full flow. And Gemma saying, I guess there's been a couple of goals as it sounds like I'm going to fall through the roof. Well, if there's any more goals, I might well fall through the roof because I certainly didn't expect to be like that as James Tavernier gets prepared to whip in this free kick for Rangers here as they look to find a way back into the game as the clock ticks towards the 20-minute mark. It is going to be Tavernier to whip the ball in, and it's Morelos, and it's found its way into the back of the net, unfortunately. Was he offside? I'm not sure. I'll need to see the replay of that. Rangers, it's a bit poor defending. He's managed to get himself in front of the defence. Need to have a look back and see whose man that was, but Rangers have their goal. Aberdeen concede again, and it is 2-1. That's a really disappointing goal to concede from a set piece in that manner. I'm waiting for the replay to come up and see whose man that was. It's David Bates. David Bates he's just not tracked the run at all. Christian Ramirez not looking happy at the defending. David Bates then standing with his hand up in the air, but again, not. It's really poor. You've got to. I know we're 2-0 up. It's we've still got another goal to defend ourselves in, but when you put yourselves in a position like that, Ibrox, you don't give away soft goals. We said that, and we can't afford to do that. You've now given the crowd something to get behind as well. And yeah, David Bates hasn't covered himself in glory on his return to Ibrox in that particular instance at defending there. G-Roman, we've still got a 1-goal lead. Let's be positive whilst it lasts. Let's hope we can, halt any momentum that Rangers might take from that goal back as they do look to come down the right-hand side. Well, they're left again. Bassi, Ojo's got to take him out. And it's going to be a booking for the Belgian Pirlo, and this is going to be a long night for him because Bassi has got him beaten every time. Ojo's looking really uncomfortable at wing-back, and it's going to be another opportunity for Rangers to whip a ball into the box, and it's going to be a long 70 minutes for Funso Ojo now, who finds himself on a booking. So that'll be one to watch as the game progresses. It was definitely a foul in terms of taking one for the team, very much in that category. But from a player that's been getting beaten left, right, and centre down that side, we can't really afford to keep that up. Now let's see if we can defend this free kick. Joe Lewis of grabbing Ryan Hedges before this free kick's taken, getting him into position. Ojo Morelos currently tussling in the box and Brother Beaton making sure that they're both cutting that out because he's, I'm sure, quite content to award a penalty if there's any wrongdoing, any opportunity. Does anyone want to put a sweepstake on when that penalty will come? Hopefully not now. As the ball's whipped in, it's fallen to Connor Goldson. Oh, shouts for handball as the block came in, but Aberdeen do get the ball clear, and hopefully the players start getting out and relieve the pressure on the back line. So we approach halfway through this first half. Aberdeen currently leading Ibrox by 2-1. Still quite in belief that we've scored 2, not over the disappointment of that goal. Dean Campbell failing to prevent James Tavernier getting the ball inside. Rangers still looking to come forward in possession here. Still stuck out on Aberdeen's left wing. And now thankfully going backwards. Connor Goldson with the ball out wide to John Lundstrom just inside the Aberdeen half. Johnny Hayes looking to put up some pressure, but Connor Goldson skipping past him and skipping right through the Aberdeen midfield, and Lewis Ferguson, excellent tackle, and Morelos fouls Brown, who is right up looking for a yellow card. Good to see him looking for some action, and that will relieve the pressure there. Of course, Beaton absolutely not interested in showing a booking to the Colombian. Ojo there, just failing to keep the possession, but he blooters the ball off Bassi, and it is a throw into Aberdeen. Let's just calm things down. So he plays the ball back to David Bates, and Ojo's a 1-2 with him, and back to Bates we go again. just keep the ball. All right, we're going to go back to Joe Lewis, who distributes it wide to, is that Ross McCrory? Yep. Kemar Roof sliding in but failing to connect, and Dean Campbell's got us up into the middle of the pitch with no, we're going backwards again. This is Aberdeen recycling the phase of play. We're now moving forward. Funso Ojo takes us over the halfway line. Johnny Hayes breaking down on side of Rangers box. Can we get a ball into the box? No. He's going to win the ball. No, it's going to be a throw in just inside the line of the 12-yard box. And let's see if Aberdeen, if anything, can come from this attacking position. Johnny Hayes doing a really good shift in getting us up the pitch and relieving any pressure, giving the defensive break. Ojo with a throw in. He tried a long throw to Hedges on the turn and doesn't connect. Brown collects the clearance on the halfway line as we go again. Ball into midfield. Dylan McGeoch. His ball's being switched over to the left-hand side. Ryan Hedges collects on his chest and spreads the ball to Dean Campbell, looking for that inside pass to Lewis Ferguson. He connects. Aberdeen just playing some intricate passing just now. Back into the defence. Dylan McGeoch now looking to spread the ball wide, looking for Funso Ojo, takes it down. I can't quite get past Bassey, who's actually been really probably Rangers' best player so far in this half. Stephen Glass looking for a foul as Bassey all over him so far. But the ball now back into the middle of the pitch. Aberdeen again into that recycling phase as we go. Ross McCrory looking for a foul, of course, beaten not interested, and it is a throw-in for Rangers. Can't be bothered asking, where do I think we will strengthen in January and who do I think will leave? I'm not sure who will leave. It'll be interesting. I'm sure we'll have a few pre-contract offers for Ryan Hedges. And maybe if the money's right, we might see his departure. I sincerely hope not. I do still think we maybe need to strengthen in defence. We're showing tonight we are short on the wing backs. I'm certainly sure there'll be a few bids coming in for young Calvin Ramsey if he continues to impress. But yeah, for me defensively, is Christian Ramirez looking to spring a counter attack here? Oh, the pass is too heavy for Ojo, but the ball is up at the other end of the pitch. Problem is still, I think we are very leaky at the back. Yes, I 100% agree. David Bates did do well on Saturday against Hibs, but unfortunately not covering himself in glory at that free kick. And it is 2-0 to Ross County at Dens Park. That's a huge result for Malky Mackay and the Staggies as they look to drag other teams in around them, Dundee in particular, as Colin Bassey whips in a ball, and that Scott Brown gets that header clear to Funso Ojo, who hopefully just hoofs that up. He does, and Christian Ramirez. No, it's Johnny Hayes trying to challenge Balogun. Ball's coming back. Morels is offside. We're not going to flag for that. No, that'll be a foul, thank you. Get that whistle. Bassey lunging in late on Hedges, but being keen to play advantage instead of what looked like a certain foul. And Joseph Marshall, yes, it is 2-1 now to Aberdeen. That is the score as the Dons lead at Ibrox as we make our way towards the half-hour mark here at Ibrox. Scott Brown scoring the second goal of the night, a diving header just on the penalty spot, superb header into the bottom corner after Christian Ramirez, who also scored a header, nodded us in front inside the opening 10 minutes. A frantic start, and yeah, so if you haven't seen it, Scott Brown's celebration is certainly one for watching because it's safe to say he certainly enjoyed that goal. The ball is with Joe Lewis currently. David Bates was, oh my God, what are we doing? David Bates with a really poor back pass. It was out past Joe Lewis, who had to then stretch for it and to take a touch to control it. Kemar Roof sliding in. Thankfully, his sliding in, he didn't control the ball and it went out behind for a goal kick. But what have I been saying about us needlessly giving away possession, needlessly putting ourselves under pressure? And again, David Bates and Joe Lewis combining to do that and give us a bit of a heart-stopping moment there. Stephen Glass barking out instructions, probably saying, what the fuck are you two doing? Calm that shit down. We do not need to be giving Rangers a cheap way back into this game. And we've already done that once enough with poor defending from the free kick. The ball's currently in Rangers' box just now, but under no pressure. John McLaughlin hoofs a kick upfield. Lewis Ferguson did win the header, but nobody around that to keep up the pressure as Rangers look to build from the back here. Glenn Kamara in possession, trying to get his way into the Aberdeen half, but Dylan McGeoch tried to do his best to prevent that, but Rangers still keeping the ball in their own half here, looking for a way to break through Aberdeen, who have looked to settle into a bit of a defensive shape. And it is only when Rangers get the ball and some quick passing moves they have opened us up, especially down our right-hand side, exposing Bates. Aribo trying to play through the line. That is going to get pulled back. There's a free kick there just inside the Aberdeen half as Ryan Hedges pulled back. Liam Balogun it was. It's a free kick to Rangers. Was our goal good? Thomas Fadgen asked. Yes, both goals were good. The first goal in particular was excellent build-up play by Dean Campbell, who threaded a ball in for Ryan Hedges as Joe Rebo comes forward, looks to spread this wide to James Tavernier. Dean Campbell up against him, trying to prevent the ball coming into the box. He does so, but the ball's come to John Lundstrom, who gets the ball into the box, and Ojo gets that clear. Johnny Hayes takes it down, and that's a booking, surely. Glenn Kamara late in on Johnny Hayes. Now, that has to be a booking, John Beaton. Where is the consistency? Oh, come away, man. Just because it's his first tackle, Johnny Hayes was a way to get right up the pitch, and Glenn Kamara scythes him down late, nowhere near the ball, and of course, Brother Beaton thinks nothing more than just to give him a warning because it is his first foul. Disgraceful, but to be expected from the SFA. But no, Thomas, yeah, our both goals were good. The first goal, brilliant build-up from Dean Campbell and Ryan Hedges. Christian Ramirez nodding home, and then a well-worked corner routine saw Scott Brown diving with a diving header, putting the ball into the bottom corner to put us 2-0 up. Bates is terrible. What Glass saw him remains a mystery. I mean, he hasn't covered himself in glory so far in his Aberdeen performances. I know people have been quite critical of my opinions on him, saying he isn't good enough. And, he is obviously lacking in match sharpness maybe, and he's still getting up to that. But it's costing us goals. We saw it against Celtic when Kyogo chested in, and it's cost us again tonight by not tracking the run of Morelos. Bassi again trying to get the better of Ojo. Ojo coming out on top here, but Glenn Kamara just taking the ball inside the Aberdeen box. Lays it off to Bassi to get the ball in. And Roof, is that going to be offside? No, Ojo heads behind. It's a corner. Aberdeen appealing for handball, but nothing given as the Ibrox faithful just scream whatever they want. But just Tracy Watt, just hope we aren't going to sit back now. Well, we've been sitting back and absorbing pressure. Who knows what corner number this is for Rangers, because it feels like it is many a corner they've had. Let's hope we can deal with this one. Yanis Hadji floats it in, and it is headed clear by Ross McCrory. Not fully clear as the ball bounces in the box, and Liam Balogun does win that. Out back to Yanis Hadji. He's got a chance to get the ball back into the box. Lewis Ferguson trying to deal with the pressure. Oh, Glenn Kamara spun Dylan McGeoch into the box. He goes, but sets out wide to Joe Rebo, and Scott Brown gets out to block the shot really well there as Balogun tries to head it back. And Rangers still got possession on the edge of the box. Glenn Kamara trying to recycle this out wide, but Lewis Ferguson breaks the ball up. Oh, don't play it, lose it there. Inside to McGeoch, who goes back to Joe Lewis, who punts it up to relieve the pressure. Alan Alm says, how the fuck are we winning? Well, I've been asking myself the same question. We've managed to score 2 goals at Ibrox, 2 headed goals. Saw us take 2 up before Morelos made it the 3rd headed goal of the night to pull a goal back for Rangers. It does remain 2-1. And Cairnwell Metal Detectives giving us an update from Easter Road saying it is 3-0. What are you watching it on? I'm watching it on Rangers TV to give this watch along to you guys. It is currently 32, just nearing 33 minutes gone as Aberdeen lead 2-1 at Ibrox. And County have also scored their 3rd goal. What a first half performance from the Staggies down at Dens Park as Aberdeen concede another corner, this time coming down our left-hand side as Joe Rebo and Ross McCrory battle it out. Typical, I've only just got something to listen to. Well, hopefully my watch-along commentary is providing a good enough commentary feed for you, Tracy. I'm doing my best to do my own audition for Red TV here with commentary as the corner whips in. And Goldson, oh, it's not fully cleared. Lundstrom, oh, what a block by Ross McCrory. And Aberdeen are living on the edge. Goldson has a shot block from just outside the 6-yard box. Just looking here to see who that was blocked by. I think it's Lewis Ferguson. And the follow-up from John Lundstrom hits Ross McCrory's heel, and it goes out for another corner as the pressure continues to mount on this Aberdeen defence. As the corner comes in from James Tavernier, and no, Morales fails to control. Now Dylan McGeoch looks to set Johnny Hayes free, but that ball is way too overhit, and the ball lands at John McLaughlin just outside the Rangers box. Fair play because Rangers are spineless. Well, yeah, well, I've been critical of how many goals Rangers have conceded this season. I do think, Marlon Brandos, that you have been a poorer side since Crowd's return. I do think you had a lot of ease under last season when there was no Crowds at Ibrox in particular. You got a very much easy run of things, and you are finding it more difficult under Crowds and the baying pressure of the Ibrox Crowds there. Is it me, or have we done bugger all since we went 2-0 up as Rangers try to score again? Kemar Roof heading wide from the edge of the box as a through ball found its way to him. He couldn't really control it, so he tried in vain to head that on target, but hopelessly wide. No, Joseph, we are struggling since going 2-0 up, and I think the fact that Rangers managed to get a goal so quickly after we went 2-0 up has given them a foothold in this game and given them something to build on. And I do feel we're maybe just trying to see out the next 10 minutes to half time. Watching on Rangers TV, yes. Geronimo Gattuso asked where I'm watching. I'm watching on Rangers TV. I do not have the commentary on. I'm providing my own commentary to those of you watching on the Red Tinted Glasses YouTube channel tonight with me here. I cannot be done listening to that commentary, so I'm making up my own as I go along, and hopefully you are enjoying it. And I'm glad to hear you are so far. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you are new to the channel as well. We do appreciate all the support we've been getting this season. Seeing over 200 new subscribers since the start of the season has been a real boost to me and Callum, and glad to know that you are enjoying the podcast that we are doing for you guys this season. You know, it started as a laugh in lockdown, and so many of you are, you know, continuing it into this season, which has been a bit more difficult. We're trying our best, you know, now that we're going to games. Obviously, enjoying a few beers before and after the game sometimes makes it a bit hazy to remember it. But no, glad you are. Oh, look at this. We've won a free kick inside the Rangers half. Joe Rebo bundling over Lewis Ferguson, and John Beatons managed to find his whistle in favour of Aberdeen. But we play it back into our own half as we look to try and build something from the back, as seems to be our motto here. Scott Brown in possession. Can we just not dilly at the back, please? The ball's made its way back to Joe Lewis, who's going to hoof this up the park, which is what Joseph Marshall has been saying. Let's get this booted up the park. Now we've got possession here. Now Dean Campbell burst along here. Let's get up the left. Play it down to Johnny Hayes. No. A bit more composure needed there on the left-hand side, and we could have created a chance. Again, possession given away cheaply as James Tavernier sets a cross ball for Morelos, takes it down but baits across to cover and head clear for a Rangers throw in midway inside our own half as we get inside 8 minutes till half time. It'd be really good if we can hold on to this up till half time, give us something to hold on to going into the second half, and just give us some confidence that we can keep this Rangers side out, because as Joseph said, have we been doing bugger all since going 2-0 up? We've definitely been under the cosh since Rangers have scored. Again, Rangers give the ball away. We look to break on the counter, but fail to do so. Ryan Hedges picks up the ball just inside the Rangers half, but again, we go backwards. Now out to the right-hand wing, Funzo Ojo in loads of space. Turn, no. Can we go the other way towards the goal? Goes back towards McGeoch. Yanis Hadji slides in. It's going to be a throw into Aberdeen just inside the half of Rangers. Oh, you were just saying we were just punting up to no one. Well, yes, it does feel like that. We are just punting up to Johnny Hayes, weirdly enough, who seems to be our outball just now, looking to try and hit Rangers on the counter, which is a strange tactic when you're 2-1 up. But it's a situation we find ourselves in. It's great to see that away end have been rewarded with a couple of goals so far. I'm sure not many of them we're travelling in hope more than expectations. Ryan Hedges is fed through. Now he has got open space to run and get the ball into Christian Ramirez. No, it's too overhit. A bit of composure needed there from Ryan, who just tried to get the ball in first time. He could have taken a touch and maybe driven into the box, shown that bit of composure. But Aberdeen's first real chance, probably since we scored, really, to threaten John McLaughlin's goal. As Livy take the lead, I'm not actually sure who Livingston are playing. Is it Motherwell? No, that's St Mirren they're playing. Who knows who Livingston are playing, but they're 1-0 up. As Hearts try to look to continue their unbeaten streak. Now, is that a foul there on Christian Ramirez by Joe Rebo? Kicked Christian Ramirez in the back of the ankle as Ramirez tried to take down the ball, but of course, Beaton says no. None of you will be surprised at that decision at all, but it is Aberdeen's ball. They have been awarded a throw-in. Joe Rebo keeping up his thuggish streak after his wild lunge on that Hearts player at Ibrox, but if someone does it to him, of course, it has to be a red card, but all's fair, I suppose, at the end of the day. And County have got a fourth goal. What a first half from the Staggies. What's going on at Dens Park? Now, this will be an interesting one. Surely Samuels will get on. Think he would terrify the Rangers' defence? Well, I think it's going to be an interesting second half if this scoreline continues, because do we go on and try and keep this counter-attacking? Now, is that another foul on Aberdeen? No, of course not. Aribo bundles over McGee, but Rangers get the ball. And, of course, as Bates tries to challenge Aribo for a header, it is foul to Rangers. What else would we expect? But on Austin Samuels, it'd be an interesting one. The way we're trying to play just now, looking for that out ball and get some counter-attacking football on the go, it is certainly going to be an option up there, but I do feel we're going to be definitely backs against the wall as this game progresses towards the back end as we approach 5 minutes to half time here at Ibrox, as Joe Lewis picks up possession inside his own box and just calming things down, just trying to kill the game, see out the rest of this first half. He's still got the ball in the box as he's looking to launch this long. See if we can win the second ball. No, we cannot. As Balogun picks it up in the centre of defence for Rangers. Again, the home side's chance to build from the back as Basti looks to come forward, but opts against it and plays the ball back to Balogun. Rangers is playing across the back four just now, moving the ball to the other side. Tavernier now forward for Aribo, who's got him behind Dean Campbell. Ross McCrory coming across. Can he stop the cross? Yes. Is that a goal kick? No. It is, despite McCrory's best wishes, it is another Rangers corner. Oh, I'm losing count of how many corners that is for the home side as they look to try and take advantage of the set piece again, as they did in getting their first goal of the night. It will be James Tavernier to swing in the corner. And it's a header. Oh, what a save! What a save, Joe Lewis, from Connor Goldson. Free header for Connor Goldson, and Joe Lewis diving to his left. So, who's that? McGee, not strong enough, or is out-muscled anyway by Connor Goldson. But Joe Lewis does very well. There's some fouling going on there before the corner's taken, but of course we're not going to be drawn on that because it's going to benefit the home side. But Aberdeen deal with the corner, and the ball is back out to the halfway line as Rangers look to recycle the possession and get going again. Hadji now, ball up into the box and cleared by Aberdeen. Ryan Hedges. Aberdeen is struggling to get an out ball just now. It's just hoof clear and it's coming straight back at them. This is a tough couple of minutes coming up for Aberdeen. A real test. Hopefully, we can see it out till half time here. Give the lads great confidence going into half time. Rangers coming forward again down our right hand side. Yanis Hadji now taking the ball into midfield as Rangers now back onto the halfway line, looking for ideas on how to break down this Aberdeen side, who are really, really putting bodies on the line once again. And Glenn Kamara now coming forward midway inside the Aberdeen half down the left-hand side. But again, ball being worked back as Rangers struggle to find the gaps. But opportunity here, that's a foul, thank you very much. As Joe Aribo looked to get into the box, Ross McCrory gets goal side and Joe Aribo pushes him over. And on a rare occasion, John Beaton favours Aberdeen for the decision. And it gives us a good chance as 90 seconds remain in this first half that we can just see this out. I'm not sure, there hasn't been any indication of any added time that I have seen, certainly on this stream so far, to say that there will be any added on. I'm sure they'll find a way at some point. And then ball's just gone out for a Rangers throw in midway inside their own half just now. Left hand side, Aberdeen with a minute to go till half time, 2-1 up at Ibrox. Certainly, I'm in disbelief at the current score. Let's hope we can see this out till half time at least. That's a long ball up from Bassi. Morales looked offsided. The ball did take a deflection off of Ojo, but the ball thankfully made its way back to the halfway line. Lundstrom caught in possession. Good work from Ramirez. They're putting him under pressure. McGee won the ball, but Glenn Kamara in to win it back for Rangers. As they look to get going again on a counter-attack, Dean Campbell preventing James Tavernier going forward, so he's got to go back and recycle possession as well. But Hadji finding space, working it wide for Bassi, down this left-hand side for Rangers. Cutting inside, getting the ball to Morelos. He's looking for that free kick on Bates. McGee drops it on now. Ferguson hoof. No, going to play it short to Ramirez. He looked to hoof the ball, but Rangers, is that ball going to run away? Yes, it is. As the clock ticks to 45 minutes. Surely that'll be enough for the first half, please. Nope, of course, we're going to find some extra time. Of course, anything to help. Their fellow brothers at the SFA, they found 1 minute added on time, so we've got about 45 seconds to play in this first half. Stephen Glass looking a bit perplexed there on the touchline, probably wondering where he got that minute from. I think that's what he's asking the fourth official right now, saying, where the fuck are you finding that time for? He says, don't worry, I'm going to find about 5 in the second half if the scoreline stays the same. Christian Ramirez winning the goal kick, but nobody winning the second ball off of that. As James Tavernier tries to spring a counter-attack, Dean Campbell brings it up, and Ryan Hedges just can't get the ball quick enough back to him as they try a 1-2. Tavernier cuts it out. We've got 15 seconds till a half-time whistle. Ball midway inside the Rangers half. It is a throw into Aberdeen, but no, just slow it down. We just need to see this out. We have 5 seconds to go. The Ibrox crowd getting very unhappy at the time Dean Campbell is taking to take this throw, and it is taken, and the halftime whistle is going to be blown as Johnny Hayes is fouled, but I'm probably sure John Beaton would have found a way not to give that decision. I wish I unmuted that to hear the loud boos ringing round around Ibrox, but I'll enjoy that at another time, I'm sure, on the highlights. So it's half time here on the Red Tinted Glasses Watchalong in the Scottish Cinch Premiership match at Ibrox. Aberdeen taking in a 2-1 lead at half time. Who'd have thought it? Who'd have thought it indeed? Well, Kevin Forbes said, told you the Dons would get a result. Well, they're certainly getting a result right now. Christian Ramirez heading the Dons in front after 9 minutes from a brilliantly well-worked goal after John Lundstrom caught in possession and Dean Campbell feeding in Ryan Hedges with a brilliant little reverse pass for Ryan Hedges to dink to the back post, and Christian Ramirez heading home unmarked to put the Dons 1-0 up. The Aberdeen found ourselves 2-0 up after a last-minute tackle from Liam Balogun prevented Ryan Hedges getting his shot away, and from the resulting corner, Dylan McGee floated the ball in, and unchallenged Scott Brown dived along the penalty spot to head Aberdeen into a 2-0 lead. Rangers unfortunately finding a way back about 4 or 5 minutes later. A free kick that Lewis Ferguson gave away, probably the right decision of it being a free kick, but David Bates will be really disappointed in the way he defended that goal, losing the run of Alfredo Morelos as the Colombian scored from the header to get his 101th goal for the Ibrox club. And it sees the score at halftime as 2-1. Aberdeen have been soaking up lots of pressure since that goal went in, but we have been defending resolutely, getting bodies on the line. But it's going to be a big 45 minutes coming up for Aberdeen. And can we see out this game in the second half? Is it only teams that sit in that we have an issue with? Well, maybe. But we've been countering, attacking very well today, and it seems to be the tactic that we want to hit Rangers on the break, looking to exploit any gaps in behind when Rangers pushing up high, trying to find their way into the Aberdeen half. Now, I wonder how many of you have the same thought that is shown here. Were any of you else on the glass outbus going into the game at the weekend against Aberdeen and now eating humble pie as we sit at halftime here on the Wednesday, after beating Hibs and currently finding ourselves 2-1 up at Ibrox? Time will tell in the next 45, absolutely. Big 45, big test of Stephen Glass and this squad. Let's see what their mentality is like going into this second half. Can we hold on at Ibrox? This is a real test of the squad's character. It's a makeshift side, makeshift defence, and they are holding on. They are throwing their bodies on the line. What, as any Aberdeen fan wants to see when they travel to Ibrox, when they come up against Rangers, we want to see that passion coming across from the players on the pitch, and we're certainly seeing that just now, and we are seeing it in Scott Brown's celebration. That's definitely one to look out for. When it comes along in the highlight package. Callum giving me a text at halftime. He was going to avoid the result, but he has managed to find out the score. This watch along is being recorded, so we'll maybe try and work away in the celebrations of the goal into tomorrow's review, give him a bit of extra editing work since he's slacking tonight. So half-time at Ibrox is 2-1 to Aberdeen. Let me know what your thoughts are at half-time. Are you surprised to see us 2-1 up? What changes, if any, are needed in the second half? Can we hold on? Can we get what would probably be a famous result? David Canning there asking, what was the Brown goal like? It was another Alan Russell special. It was Dylan McGee floating in a corner just to about the penalty box, and Scott Brown running diving header into the bottom right-hand corner as you look at it of the goal. Nobody on the post for Rangers, meant the ball sailed into the bottom corner unchallenged, putting us 2-0 up. Absolutely love to see it. So we have about probably 5-10 minutes to go until the second half kicks off. It's going to be a testing second half for this Aberdeen side. We have soaked up so much pressure in that first half since Rangers scored, but holding firm. Rangers at times struggling with ideas to break Aberdeen down. It's just every time they get a set piece, it becomes a nervy affair. I think it'll be a long 45 for me doing this, but I imagine for those lucky enough to be at Ibrox tonight, it'll be an even longer feeling 45 minutes. I remember folks saying pre-match that we needed a performance. Was it 2017 we went down there to end the hoodoo when Ryan Christie scored famously to put us, was it 2-0 up? Was his goal the second goal? Folks saying we need to kind of get the miracle from that back into this team. It's strange for it being so long. The hoodoo last for Ibrox. We've actually had a decent record down that way in recent weeks. I know there'll be many of the boys from the Blazing Lambs bus down there certainly enjoying their night tonight. Been making the time off work and the trip down there well worthwhile so far. Hopefully that it proves well worthwhile come the second half. Just watching the first goal back again, Rangers take a short goal kick. Goldson, silly ball to John Lundstrom, and it was really good work from Johnny Hayes to catch him in possession. Finds the ball, and just seeing Ryan Hedges' goal, he absolutely gets it up the Rangers fans. Things you absolutely love to see, but real credit to Dean Campbell. I thought he should have taken on the shot when he burst into the box, but really cuts it down to Ryan Hedges. Great control, slides in, loops the ball up, and Christian Ramirez unmarked, and Christian Ramirez is not going to miss those chances heading home. to put Aberdeen 1-0 up after 9 minutes. Number 9 on the 9th minute, giving us a 1-0 lead. Perfect start, and really gave us something to defend and gave us a foothold in the game. And then nothing better than, putting yourselves 2-0 up. Not long later, as I said, Scott Brown with a diving header from a Dylan McGeoch corner. Rangers then finding themselves a way back in after Lewis Ferguson challenge. I think it was on Joe Aribo, gave them a free kick just on the about 10 yards outside the Aberdeen box on the right hand side. Tavernier whipped the ball in front of the Aberdeen defence, but a few of the Aberdeen defenders let their markers run goal side, and unfortunately Alfredo Morelos was David Bates' man, and it was Alfredo Morelos that headed in to put Rangers back into this game at 2-1. It was 1-2 when Christie scored. Oh, okay. Was it not 2-0 when he scored, or was it 1-1 when he scored? I just remember going absolutely tonto when Christie did put us 2-0 up. And thankfully, I think I lost my glasses at one point. These are actually the glasses that I got as a result of breaking my glasses at St Mirren away in the Scottish Cup when Sam Cosgrove's penalty scored. During the melee to get on the pitch, my glasses fell and broke, and Dave Cormack kindly paid for these glasses. I made sure to rent them for a good £400 out of these glasses. So made sure to choose a good frame and a good anti-glare. They're not cheap, so then since the chairman's paying for them, might as well. So maybe had to miss a treatment on his teeth as a result of paying for them, but that was a kind gesture. But it's certainly treacherous work for us four-eyed folk at games like these when you get mental bounces. Would have probably lost my glasses tonight at the first, if not the second goal. Because certainly celebrating goals at Ibrox are crazy occasions. For those of you that have been to games at Ibrox, it's always one to savour the occasion when you find yourself going in front when you've got a baying mob either side of you. It makes it all worthwhile. Just seeing a replay here of the Scott Brown goal in the 16th minute. James Tavernier hilariously deciding to let Scott Brown run in front of him, probably thinking that he was going to prove no danger. But honestly, diving like a bullet to get on the end of that ball. It's just one of those like dinked floaters that we seem to do as set pieces. And nobody deciding to take Scott Brown as a serious threat, and he dived in to bullet the ball into the back of the net. As you can tell, I know folk are maybe critical or judgmental of what Alan Russell brings to this squad, but it's another set piece goal for Aberdeen again this season. I'd love to. I may have to do that research for the review of this game that will be coming out tomorrow at 5 o'clock, along with the preview for Saturday's game against Hearts. We were joined by View from the Terrace's very own Robert Borthwick. He joined us on Monday night, so this was recorded before this game. At the time, Hearts obviously unbeaten. I think seen in the comments that they're currently drawing 1-1. An excellent insight with him on all things Hearts, and obviously a good insight into the game at the weekend. So that'll be released tomorrow at 5 p.m. along with a short review on tonight's game, including clips of me celebrating the goals for those of you that have not been able to see them or maybe join the stream late. So if you are just joining, welcome. Don't forget to hit that like button, get involved in the watch along. There's many of you that have done so already in the first half. I really appreciate that. If you're on Twitter, why not share the watch along? Thanks to those of you that have been doing so in that first half. The Twitter account is @RTG_podcast. And as well, if you're new to the YouTube channel, why not hit that subscribe button whilst you're here? Get involved in the channel. We've got loads of player interviews in our back catalogue. Jack Grimmer still the most popular one. Brilliant lad. I'm not sure if Jack is watching tonight. Jack, if you are, hope you're doing well. I know you have been enjoying the first half because Callum has been telling me how much you have been enjoying it. But I hope you're doing well, mate, this season. Looking to keep that promotion push up at Wycombe Wonders, I'm sure. We'll also chat to Steve Tosh. He was a great laugh. Many of you will have heard him on Red TV. He very much is an open book, says it how it is, was not afraid to hold back in his thoughts of the Aberdeen support. in a good way, in an honest way as well, I think. But also really interesting to hear about his time at Aberdeen and some memories from the dressing room, and even in the situation around moving to Gretna and what his time was like at Gretna as well. Because you know how much quite ironic we're speaking about a club in such financial disarray when we're speaking about a game involving Rangers tonight. But yeah, no, good to hear his memories. Richie Byrne, of course, he was our first ever guest as well. He was a really good laugh as well. I know there's, the female fans out there really enjoyed the Irish accent that he brought along to the show. And we've also interviewed Cammy Smith. Who else have we spoke to? Harold Stavrum. There's just some like really good guests. We've been lucky enough that these guys have got back to our request, whether it be on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. We have tried to get other guys on. Unfortunately, not everyone wants to, or not everyone is been agreeing to, which is perfectly entitled to. But we do our best to get these interviews out to you. But if we can't, we will keep up the pre-match and post-match podcast that we've been doing. As I said, we've been going for just over a year now, and we're just thankful of the support that you guys have continued to show us up here on the channel. As I said earlier, in the first half, over 200 of you subscribed since August, which is pretty phenomenal going in just in a 2-month period. So do really appreciate the support, and even those of you that do just listen in via audio, whether it be on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Podbean, Anchor, and those of you that have subscribed on there as well. We know we're not the only Aberdeen podcast out there. We know there are those of you that listen to the two of us that are the regulars out there. But we're just great that you can support both the podcast, us and the ABZ guys, who are doing a fantastic job this season, giving a new diverse opinion. So it's not just me and Callum's opinions that you've got to listen to. It's great having two options. Great guys as well. We speak to them on a regular basis. It's good to support each other as the teams here come back out for the start of the second half. There's Aberdeen looked to hold on to this 2-1 lead that they took into the half. Aberdeen were the first side out. Rangers just making their way onto the pitch now. The big second half needed, big 45 minutes coming up for the club here. And yeah, let's hope we can get the job done here in the second half. It'll be a big test for Aberdeen. Certainly our defensive qualities, because we were tested that last 20 minutes of the first half. Rangers look set to get us underway. Beaten just waiting for some unknown reason here. I'll probably get in trouble in this second half if we do score, because the wee one's gone to bed. We'll be swiftly woken up if we do score. The second half is now underway as Rangers play it back to Connor Goldson, and they play it along the back four. Here, as the second half gets underway, Aberdeen leading Rangers by 2-1. Christian Ramirez and Scott Brown, the Aberdeen goal scorers, before Alfredo Morelos pulls one back for Rangers. Rangers looking to try and get into the Aberdeen half for the first time in the second half, but failing to do so. It is a throw-in right on the halfway line for the home side. Let's hope Aberdeen can get a bit of composure early in the second half. Let's see how long we can get that crowd frustrated from. That's a handball. Come on now. Come on. Yeah, beaten. Took his time. We thought Rangers just had a chance to maybe get an attack going, but then realised it was too blatant a handball, so he has pulled it back for an Aberdeen free kick just inside the Rangers half, as Aberdeen look to get going in this second half. But the ball is back in the Aberdeen defence as we do our usual recycle the possession and get going before Joe Lewis hoofs it up the pitch, and Ojo is going to challenge for that and fail to win it. It's a bit head tennis going on just now. No one wants to kind of keep the ball on the ground, strangely enough, which is fine. Roof fails to control, and Johnny, it's Dean Campbell, sorry. God, apologies if Dean or Dean Campbell's mum or dad are watching. I did not just mix up your son for Johnny Hayes. Ojo now on the right-hand side looking to set away, but Christian Ramirez not on the same wavelength, so Rangers pick possession back up. And ball with John McLaughlin now as Rangers look to get going in this second half. Spreading the play wide. Ball just kind of bouncing about the midfield just now. It's just quite good. The first 2 minutes, the ball staying inside the Rangers half. It's what you want to see, the ball at the wrong end of the right end of the pitch from an Aberdeen point of view. Rangers coming forward now here with Glenn Kamara looking to find a way to link up with the forwards. Alfredo Morelos coming deep to receive the ball, which is what we want to see here as he plays it right back to the edge of the centre circle to Connor Goldson. Now looks to play the ball into the box. It isn't the box. That's surely offside, and it's just headed wide by Yanis Hadji. The offside flag was up, though, thankfully. It would not have counted had he found the back of the net, but he did find himself in space there. Is he offside? Yes, just. It was tight, but Ojo not tracking the run of Yanis Hadji, but the Romanian heading wide. But like I said, the offside flag was up anyway. Aberdeen just trying to get a foot on the ball here. Again, head tennis going on in the middle of the park, but ball back in the Aberdeen defence. And instead of going back to Joe Lewis, we're going to play it forward this time. A rarity we seem to be. Is that going to go out? No, it's staying in. Oh, some fancy flips from Johnny Hayes as Christian Ramirez. A brilliant switch ball to Dean Campbell. Now, can he get it under control? Yes. Nutmegs James Tavernier by luck more than anything else. Ryan Hedges brilliant tracking back. Oh, come away! Ryan Hedges is apparently adjudged to have pulled James Tavernier back. Of course, any opportunity to give Rangers a foul this half, I'm sure Beaton will find it. As Rangers are awarded the free kick for what's a very harsh decision in my opinion. But Rangers still just playing it in comfortably in their own half as they look to build possession from the back, trying to find a way through this Aberdeen side who are continuing their resolute defending as we saw in that first half. While still, as Joe Rebo now takes it into the Aberdeen half, coming forward, looking for Roof with a fancy flick at his work. Ross McCrory, that will be a foul. That is obvious. He's about pulling his shirt off. He is complaining. It is a funny one, but no, on this occasion, I cannot complain at the decision. It is a free kick to Rangers. Similar sort of position from where James Tavernier whipped in the opening, the ball for the opening goal for Rangers tonight. So let's hope Aberdeen have learned their lessons. Scott Brown currently organising the defence here. Tavernier looking set to whip it in. Connor Goldson currently in an offside position, but I'm sure he'll dart back. Headed away by Scott Brown, not quite clear, and that'll be surely a foul. Yep, brilliant work by Ojo and Ferguson to double up on Bassey, who trips up Lewis Ferguson, who is down in a bit of discomfort, but I'm sure that's just some sensible game management as the ugly members of the crowd get rather furious there on the sideline, just shouting whatever they want at the referee, probably to try and get a card out or try and tell Lewis to stop time wasting. But we will carry on here at 2-1. Joe Lewis to take this free kick as 5 minutes have expired here in the second half. Aberdeen remain in front by 2-1. Joe Lewis now taking the goal. Well, sorry, not goal kick. It's a free kick long to nobody. Balogun heading that down. Rangers now looking to loss of possession there by Kamara. Ferguson, can he break forward? Good ball here required. Out wide to Dean Campbell. Dean Campbell plays it one back to Dylan McGee. Can we get a ball into the box? Aberdeen currently just on the edge of that Rangers box here. Lewis Ferguson, we're going backwards, though it's not the right way. Poor ball from Dylan McGee. Ryan Hedges can't control, and Rangers have possession looking to spring a counter attack, but Ross McCrory breaks that up. Ball just bouncing about, nobody really getting their foot on the ball. This is really scrappy, and Morelos coming from an offside position, looking a very frustrated figure, but when does he never look frustrated? Gives Aberdeen a chance to build from the back here. That'll be a free kick just taken inside the Aberdeen half. Dean Campbell trying to play a ball down the line for Johnny Hayes, but Johnny Hayes up against Connor Goldson is a contest that there's really only ever going to be one winner in. So Rangers another chance to build from the back, but it's been a really impressive start from Aberdeen, really not letting Rangers into this game inside the first 10 minutes of the second half so far. The ball spent most of the time inside the Rangers half so far. Although Aribo, Kemar Roof sprung the offside trap. McCrory does really well to get back. Rangers inside the box. Kemar Roof twisting and turning. McCrory doing well to stick with him, but he's got the ball back to Morelos, who cannot head it on target. And Joe Lewis does pick that up to prevent, because it might have taken a nick off of David Bates. So the ball is in the hands of Joe Lewis. It remains Aberdeen 2, Rangers 1. That was the first real chance of the second half. McCrory maybe caught out a little bit there, but doing really well to get back as Morelos just gives Scott Brown a wee shove. I'm sure that'll be in the notebook of Scott Brown there to get leave one on him. As Johnny Hayes sprung here, now he's in behind. John McLaughlin's going to come out and it's not going to go out for an Aberdeen throw in midway inside the Rangers half as Aberdeen look to counter attack well. Mark Riddick here, not the only one that's hoping Aberdeen win. There's a lot of you joining in on the watch along tonight. If you're Rangers fans, well, haha. But for those of you from an Aberdeen perspective, I hope you're enjoying the night so far, and I hope you're enjoying what you're seeing so far. If you are watching a stream and just listening to my commentary, I hope it is up to standards, better than Red TV, better than Rob McLean. Let the club know. I'll be sure to fire in my CV on that case. That's 3 or 4 fouls Aribo has made. Yes, you're absolutely right, Gooby. It has been, but of course, that's not going to be a foul chance for Aberdeen now. If they can get the ball right, it goes wide to Dean Campbell. He holds up the ball and moves into Lewis Ferguson in the midfield, driving towards the Rangers box, inside the Rangers box. And the few trying to draw foul, Rangers players reluctant to make it, and Goldson gives Lewis Ferguson a wee shove just as the ball gets away from him. And unfortunately, it's out for a goal kick. Good opportunity there for Aberdeen, but just a little bit of a heavy touch, a few little light pushes, ensuring that Lewis Ferguson was not going to be able to control it. But it is a goal kick to Rangers. Would I take Craig Halkett? Yes, I would take Craig Halkett. Now, that'll be an interesting one for you guys to listen out to in the discussion with Robert Borthwick in the episode out tomorrow at 5 o'clock. Craig Halkett is discussed along with John Suter, and interesting to hear what Robert Borthwick's thoughts on who the better Hearts centre half is, as there's currently a foul to Rangers. No surprise there. You'll be sure to hear as Dylan McGee fires into the back of Kemar Roof. It was a very nice challenge just to let him know he's there. Surprisingly enough, Beaton does not find his cards for that. Beaton is giving Scott Brown a talking to right now. I'm sure it's because Brown is tussling with Alfredo Morelos as this free kick is prepared to take. I'm sure Brown is absolutely loving this battle right now. This is the battles he is designed for. It's the sort of games he'll absolutely thrive on. But no, Craig Hawk, absolutely, I would take him at Aberdeen. Seems to be doing really well at Hearts. That's what it is. Yes, thank you. Obviously scoring at Ibrox as well this season, grabbing the goal in the 1-1 draw. Hopefully he doesn't have a good game though. Hopefully he doesn't perform well on Saturday. Joseph Marshall is saying what many Aberdeen fans have been saying so far this season. Ramirez is no use as a lone striker, needs help. Yes, he absolutely does need help. He is putting in a shift as he actually just lumps the ball forward to nobody, and just to relieve a bit of pressure on the Aberdeen midfield just now. But hey, he scored a goal tonight. He's done his job in terms of getting the goal, but he is putting in a shift. He is trying to take the Rangers defence away. As Rangers again, they're resulting to long balls, but Scott Brown dealing with this one again, and Aberdeen relieving the pressure. As Joe Lewis humps the ball back. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Aberdeen still ahead at Ibrox, 2-1. Rangers coming forward, but again, Aberdeen winning the ball in midfield. Dylan McGee, he's performed really well tonight. That bit of calmness in midfield that we were missing from Scott Brown, who's dropped back into defence. Aberdeen coming forward, looking to put pressure on a back pass to John McLaughlin, but there's no one else following Johnny Hayes' run, so Connor Goldson can turn and get the ball out with ease as he looks at a crossfield pass to Hadji, who's in acres of space because Funza Ojo's pushed up. This is going to be a chance for Rangers here as Yanis Hadji looks to get the ball into the box, and he does so. But I think it is a deflection on the cross. It is a corner. Dylan McGee blocking the cross, and Stephen Gerrard looking very frustrated at that attempt from Yanis Hadji, because there was 2 or 3 Rangers players in the box waiting to pounce on any opportunity. But Rangers get their first corner of the second half. Rangers do look threatening from set pieces. Obviously, where they got a goal, David Bates has pulled somebody down in the box, but Beaton says no. And it is going to be a free kick to Aberdeen because Ross McCrory has gone down, which looks he is holding his ankle in a lot of pain. I think he's been stamped on, is what he is saying. But of course, let's be honest, that's not going to be a decision that's going to be made. But at the time when he took his whistle to the mouth. I thought that was going to be a penalty because David Bates has hauled down Balogun. There's nothing in that really. Is Connor Goldson he's trod on Ross McCrory's Achilles. It doesn't look deliberate, despite what Ross McCrory might be saying. Although Ross McCrory is telling him that he knows what he did. Lewis Ferguson is claiming it should be a bounce ball to Aberdeen, but of course that's not going to be the case. He is giving the ball back to Rangers because, of course, why would you not when you are a big Rangers fan? So Connor Goldson is being given the ball back, and he is not sportsmanlike giving the ball back to Aberdeen, of course not. He's given it to Joe Rebo, and then who's in turn given it to James Tavernier's cut inside. Aberdeen players are not happy by this. This will be a total injustice if Rangers do score from this incident. Joe Rebo has got the ball on the wings, played it inside to John Lundstrom right now. Morelos on the edge of the box looking for a layoff to Glenn Kamara. Rangers now going backwards right now, so Aberdeen defence holding firm, but Aberdeen still not touched the ball since that decision to give Rangers the ball from the bounce ball, if you want to call it. It was an uncontested bounce ball. Aberdeen wanted possession back. Rangers coming forward here. Bassey, who's looked good all night, cuts it back to Hadji. And then, who is that? Ferguson? No, Hayes tries to block it, but Aberdeen still not clear. Inside to Ramirez, still not clear. Hedges playing a neat 1-2 at Ojo, still not clear. That's got to be a foul. No, of course it's not. It's an advantage to Rangers now. Ojo's on a booking. It was Ojo that committed the foul. I thought it was Ojo that was fouled. Ball's into the box from Bassey, and it's headed clear, and now chance to clear. Ryan Hedges clears the line. The ball coming back again, though. This is a sustained period of pressure. Aberdeen really not got the foot on the ball since the stoppage of play when Ross McCrory went down. They do now have a chance to get clear. Dean Campbell, I'm sure, will just no, he doesn't get the clearance made. It's blocked by Lundstrom. Oh, this is just one-way traffic right now from an Aberdeen point of view. Really frustrating. Lundstrom looking to head the ball, but that's bread and butter for Bates. Again, Hayes is our out ball, and he's had a tough ask up against these two Rangers and a half. But again, Hedges, just hold the ball, man. And Ramirez has gone down. He looks injured. I think his game might be done, but Rangers are playing on despite Aberdeen are currently down to 10 men here. And Ojo, don't fly in, you're on a booking. He has flown in, doesn't connect. Bassey's got the ball in the box. It's gone right the way through to Tavernier on the other wing. He's going to get the ball in the box. Cleared, Hedges clear. Oh, we are living so dangerously. And again, Goldson out muscling Hayes. No, he's not strong enough on the foul. McCrory, last ditch to block. This is just last ditch from Aberdeen here. This is not enjoyable at all. And again, ball wide now. So he's going to get pumped back into the Aberdeen box. Joe Rebo looking for something here. Lays it off to Glenn Kamara. Is he going to play this wide to James Tavernier? No. Hadji will, though. Ball inside with Glenn Kamara. Back out to Hadji. 1-2 at Tavernier. Is he going to get on the end of that? Yes, he is. It is back in. Has the ball gone out, though, for a goal kick? Yes, it has, much to his and the Rangers fans' frustration, which is very pleasing because he kicks the advertising board. Whew, we can breathe a sigh of relief. An hour gone, Aberdeen 2, Rangers 1. There is changes coming. Scott Arfield is away to come on for Rangers, and Marley Watkins is away to come on. Joe Rebo's night is done for the Ibrox outfit. Is it? No, they've changed their minds. It is John Lundstrom that's coming off, Scott Arfield coming on for Rangers. With half an hour to go, will he have an influence? John Lundstrom was very sloppy in possession, which was probably a breather. And breathe, Emma, you are absolutely right, because that was a far too long sustained period of pressure from an Aberdeen point of view. Morelos is not happy about something because Christian Ramirez has gone down injured. Just get him in a book, men. And he's pushing Scott Brown away. He's currently trying to speak to the referee, and Beaton finding it very amusing right now. Ian saying I'm going to need a bigger chair to hide behind for the remainder of the second half. Well, it certainly feels like that. This time cannot tick by quick enough. Ramirez, that is not a good sight for Aberdeen fans there. He is going off holding what looks to be his groin. Not good sight for the weekend's game against Hearts or those for you that have him in your fantasy league teams. I think he does not look content. He doesn't look content coming up. I think that's more down to the fact that he's picked up this injury. Beaton not happy for him to have any treatment on the pitch, but Again, this is what I'm saying about the referee wanting the game played at a pace that will suit the home side, I'm sure. Hopefully, this is just a precaution. He's coming off as soon as possible. He will be fine for Saturday. But Marley Watkins, superb shift on Saturday. Well, we need a shift from him again tonight for the last 28 minutes that are currently on the clock. The Welshman on to replace the American. He'll be our outball lone striker. It's been a tough shift from Christian, but he's gone and got his goal. Great finisher, as Joseph Marshall says, but needs help. And I think that's totally right. He's definitely been struggling as a lone striker this season, but he's had it. He's had his reward tonight, got his goal, but he definitely lacked help this second half. It's going to be a tough ask for Marley Watkins up here in the second half, because it has been one-way traffic this last 5-10 minutes from Rangers' point of view, as of course a soft free kick is awarded as David Bates touches Morelos, who flops to the floor before Ryan Hedges boots the ball away in frustration. No booking for the Welshman. Yanis Hadji delivering the ball into the box for McCrory to head clear. Tavernier taking this down, looking for the layup for Morelos, but Ferguson deals with that and gets it clear to Johnny Hayes, who tries to get this up the pitch as quick as possible. Unfortunately, no outball there, as Ferguson wanted the 1-2. Rangers coming back again. Ball in midfield to Kamara. Ball wide with Hadji just now. Kamara in the midfield looking for something here. Roof coming deep to receive as he plays back to Goldson, wide to Tavernier. Dean Campbell's doing a really good job on him so far this half, but Tavernier's just got the better of him, looks to get the ball in the box, and that's hit Lewis Ferguson in a place you do not want to be hit as a guy, and has gone out for a Rangers corner. It'll be another Rangers corner as we approach the 64th minute. Gary Matthew asking, how bad does Ramirez's injury look? Well, he went down under no challenge or anything, and he has gone off holding his groin, so doesn't look to be a good injury if you go down not under any pressure. Hopefully, as I said, he's come off, he's just maybe felt it tweak or something, and he's just thought, because he did go down and signal to the bench straight away. So I'm hoping it's Bates again all over Balogun at this corner. Goldson free with a header, and it's Ferguson to head clear, pinballing around the box, breaks the Tavernier on the edge of the box, sets it back to Hadji, whips the ball back in, and Goldson just runs into the back of Brown. Of course, the home crowd scream for a penalty. Nothing given, ball out for a goal kick, and as Emma would say, breathe. Whew. 64.5 minutes gone, it's still 2-1 to Aberdeen here. For once, we may benefit from Joe Lewis's lack of quick distributions. Every second he holds onto the ball, it is essential time wasting. Yes, absolutely. All the more so in this second half as the time goes on. The Ibrox crowd will get more and more impatient as this game wears on. I'm sure they'll head for the exits in the next 10 minutes if things don't change as well. But Aberdeen continuing to hold firm. Some big defensive job required, but I would like to see us maybe get the ball at the pitch as we do look to do so, with Johnny Hayes and Marley Watkins trying to link up, but Rangers win the ball back. It's not a foul, thank you, let's play on. Dylan McGeoch trying to set John. Why are we trying to play in neat little avenues? Try to play a little one ball down the side of the pitch, but Rangers win the ball back. But again, Scott Brown dealing with that superbly at centre half before Ojo trying to set Marley Watkins down the wing. Balogun with a heavy touch, Johnny Hayes in to win it. It hasn't gone out, so Bassi deals with that instead, and is a throw into Aberdeen halfway through the second half. Aberdeen have a throw in inside Rangers halfway through the half. Ojo to take. Aberdeen looking to maybe keep the ball in the Rangers half for a few minutes, give the defence a bit of a breather, maybe try and create an opportunity. No, we give the ball back to Rangers, but Watkins does well to win it back. And McGee chips it forward, and Balogun bundles Hayes over and winning the ball. Of course, it's not going to be a free kick, but Aberdeen do win the throw-in, as Bassi wants a free kick for being touched as he clears the ball. But like most of the Rangers players so far, anytime they're touched, they collapse like a pack of cards. It is a throw-in back again to Aberdeen. And Ojo's play the ball. Hayes has missed it. Watkins is going to do a really good job of keeping this in. No support really, but he's played it one back to Hayes. 1-2 with Johnny Hayes. Inside to Lewis Ferguson. Chance. Inside to Ryan Hedges, surely. Chance. Hit. No. Foul surely must be, and as Gooby said, it's been 3 or 4 fouls from Joe Rebo. It's a really poor challenge on Ryan Hedges, and it's a free kick for Aberdeen in an excellent position. Ryan Hedges has gone down in what looks to be a lot of pain. I don't know if this is him just trying to get Joe Rebo booked, because John Beaton is having absolutely none of it, shouting at Ryan Hedges to get up off the deck. There's no intent to boot the Rangers man for his poor challenge on Ryan Hedges. It is a free kick to Aberdeen, about 5-10 yards outside the D. Really good position. Lewis Ferguson, Ryan Hedges stand over this as they look to create an opportunity maybe of a goal to restore Aberdeen's 2-goal cushion. First real opportunity for Aberdeen midway through this second half. It's actually Aberdeen's first opportunity of the second half. A Rebo on how many fouls now, Emma asks? Probably about 5 or 6. Well, actually, a Rebo didn't go off. They changed their mind. It was Lundstrom that came off. But yeah, no, constant fouling, but no surprise that the Rangers players aren't being booked by Beaton so far. Now, I'm assuming Aberdeen are going to go for a goal here. This opportunity, McLaughlin is standing, he has moved back into a more central position. He was standing very open. I think Ryan Hedges is going to hit this. Nope, Ferguson straight into the wall. Cool. Ball's bounced back to Funzo Ojo now. Can we create a second opportunity from this bounce back? Ryan Hedges with the ball on the wing, delivering it into the box. And Bates, I think, was trying to win it. There's only 2 players in the box to aim. Both were marked. Ball steals out, is a goal kick to Rangers. 68 minutes gone. God, this time is going so slowly. The ball is with John McLaughlin in the Rangers box as he looks to try and kickstart this attack. Rangers coming forward. Alfredo Morelos deep in his own half, collecting the ball wide to Yanis Hadji, again out to Tavernier. Dean Campbell squaring up to him and forcing Tavernier backwards. Goldson now coming forward again. The Rangers strikers well deep inside the Aberdeen half to collect the ball, but Aberdeen doing well to win possession back, and Dean Campbell putting the ball up to halfway line before it's recycled, and Arfield wins a ball flick onto Morelos. Oh, both him and Scott Brown diving in. Scott Brown would have loved that. Ball comes to nothing, and Ojo's got a chance to break away for Aberdeen. And has outball again, fails to connect with an Aberdeen player, allowing Rangers to quickly recycle the ball and come forward through Yanis Hadji. Real lack of composure from Aberdeen and when we're getting rid of it. And Yanis Hadji's found the ball. Oh, brilliant from Ross McCrory. Oh, he's unlucky, can't get to his feet quick enough to clear it. Hadji's in the box. Arfield, Scott Brown getting across, and McCrory can now clear the box. Ball out of the box, back up to the halfway line. Oh, we're living dangerously there. Ross McCrory brutally unlucky in the wet conditions, slipping and not getting a chance to clear the ball, but Aberdeen recover as Rangers spread the ball wide to the left-hand side, and Bassi looking to come forward and combining with Aribo. He's coming up to Ojo, and there's a 1-2 with Roof, and if there is a foul, I think, in the build-up there, David Bates getting a bit too touch tight on Kemar Roof, and Roof happily falling to the ground and Beaton happily buying that, as well as Ross County. Is this going to be Ross County trying to challenge Aberdeen for the surprise result of the night as they go 5-0 up at Dens Park? Wow. Who would have saw that coming? And so it's another dangerous opportunity for Rangers with a set piece to be whipped in. I'm sure Tavernier will be over this. Between him and Yanis Hadji, a couple of Rangers players currently standing in their offside positions ready to run back. Morelos tussling with someone as usual. Offsides galore there. Joe Lewis punches. The flag hasn't gone up though, and the ball is sprayed wide. Morelos takes it inside to Glenn Kamara, looking to get the ball back into the box. He dummies Dean Campbell and gets the ball into the box, and Scott Brown is there again. He's going to have a sore head from how many times he's headed the ball clear tonight. It's a throw into Rangers, midway inside the Aberdeen half, looking to come again. It's 20 minutes Aberdeen have got to left of the 90. Can we continue to stay firm and stay tight at the back? Goldson pumping a ball wildly up front, and much to the frustration of the home crowd, which is highly pleasing, pumps the ball wildly out of play, and it remains Aberdeen 2, Rangers 1, 71 and a half minutes gone at Ibrox. Will there be any more changes for Aberdeen tonight? Would you guys make any more changes tonight? the defence is doing its job. Would it be too much to make a change to somebody in that back line and cause a bit of disruption? Would you maybe, I know a few of you commented saying bring on Austin Samuels for a bit of outball. Is there anybody out there that would make a change in this last 20 minutes? Will we maybe see some as time wasting tactics come into play, as Rangers currently looking to come forward inside their own half? Aberdeen again failing to retain possession from the goal kick, but Rangers not really coming forward with any intent just now. Still playing the ball well inside their own half, playing alongside the back four, kind of similar fashion to what Aberdeen do on occasion. Quite happy to pass this along the back four, and Aberdeen will be more than happy with this from Rangers just now. Dylan McGeek coming out to do a bit of a press on Glenn Kamara as Rangers now get into the Aberdeen half with Yanis Hadji coming forward. Watkins is tried to catch up with him as Hadji tries to turn back. He's touched his shirt and beaten happily gives that as a foul. And as I think it was Dylan McGee boots the ball away, a yellow card comes out for the midfielder. I think it's him that's gone into the boot. As if Marley Watkins has been booked, then it's an absolute joke of a decision. Hasn't come up who's been booked, but I will confirm that for those of you that are not watching it. As Morelos gets on the end of the free kick and heads behind. Thank you very much. That will be another goal kick to Aberdeen. Nowhere near troubling Joe Lewis with that header. He basically just headed it on its way behind the goal. Nobody else behind him was going to get on the end of that if it was even an intended flick. So 73 minutes gone, 2-1 Aberdeen. Again, Joe Lewis taking his time with this goal kick, as he's more than entitled to do in this situation. As the Rangers fans stand on the 73rd minute to a minute's applause in remembrance of Walter Smith. Aberdeen coming forward here. Now can he set Ryan Hedges playing Dean Campbell? No, he hasn't. Trying to go himself. Play wide to Dean Campbell. Dean Campbell, get the ball in the box. He does. Ooh, last ditch from Connor Golson to deny Lewis Ferguson. And it has gone behind for an Aberdeen corner. Well, great opportunity for Aberdeen to score there during the minute's applause that is currently going on at Ibrox in remembrance of Walter Smith. But Ryan Hedges just held the ball in for maybe a bit longer than expected. But Aberdeen have forced a corner, their first corner of the second half. We scored with our last corner, I believe. So I don't remember many other corners since then. Can we do a repeat performance? Dylan McGee to take again. Was Alan Russell got up his playbook? Dink towards the back post, headed clear by a Rangers player. That's probably going to be a foul because someone touched a Rangers player after they headed it clear, and it is. So it's maybe a good thing because Rangers were looking at potentially breaking there. So it is going to be a free kick to Rangers inside their box. The home crowd are raging at something, but I'm not listening to the commentary, so who knows what it is. Sudsy asking, is Brown extending his career by several years as a centre half? Well, quite possibly, Sudsy. He's done well so far. 75 minutes gone at Ibrox tonight. He's dealt with what's been thrown at him so far reasonably well. Performed well there on Saturday against Hibs. Safe to say, I think we'll see him there again against Hearts. As I've been very impressed with Dylan McGee in the centre of midfield tonight, doing a very good job so far. Just kind of trying to break up the play and obviously get himself booked there for. Dean Campbell dispossesses James Tavernier. Marley Watkins is one-on-one with Connor Golson. He's got past him. Can he get a shot away? He's trying to come back inside, but Connor Golson gets there to defend. Ball back to Johnny Hayes, whips the ball into the box, and Bassey's headed it clear. What an opportunity that was. Excellent work from Dean Campbell there, who's really done a good job in keeping James Tavernier as quiet as possible tonight. Coming in from the cold as the ball's all the way back with Joe Lewis now. Hopefully he gets this clear. I really hate when we pass the ball back to Joe Lewis. I get really nervous. Johnny Hayes has tried to keep that in, but it's inadvertently headed to Scott Arfield. Now, Morelos has he beaten the offside trap? No. Much to Scott Brown's amusement. Who was coming back to Marshall, and Morelos thought he had beaten the offside trap. The linesman's flagged straight up. Much to, like I said, Scott Brown's amusement in his face, having a wee chuckle. I'm sure Morelos is not enjoying that. Good decision from the linesman. It looks a bit tight, but Ross McCrory was stepping up at the time of the ball being played through. Rangers making a double change here. There's a snake away to enter the pitch. Joe Rebo coming off for Fashion Sakala. is the first change. Joe Rebo doing a brilliant job of not getting booked tonight, and Kemar Roof, being a very frustrated figure coming off by the looks of it, has been replaced by a snake who's made his way onto the pitch. Let's see what impact he brings. Hopefully none. And Fashion Sakala on to replace Joe Rebo. So they brought a striker on. So one striker off, one striker on, one midfielder off, one snake on. So interesting to see. Certainly Steven Gerrard feeling like he needs to go for it with 13 minutes to go as Aberdeen win a corner in line with the edge of the box, the Rangers box that is. Dean Campbell set to take. Aberdeen don't have many players forward, it has to be said, but throwing goes to Marley Watkins. Dean Campbell there hits it off the snake, and it is a throw-in again for Aberdeen. Ball, it still remains inside the Aberdeen half. Dean Campbell to take this throw-in. Down the line, looking for Johnny Hayes, maybe trying to win a corner here. Oh, he's not won the corner, but he's prevented it going for a goal kick. It is a Rangers throw-in right in the corner. There's two balls on the pitch, but John Beaton happy to play on, of course. As Rangers play the ball wide. Oh, brilliant work from Bates to stop the counter-attack. Aberdeen gaining possession. Ryan Hedges nearly losing it out, but Aberdeen can I get it wide? No, we're going all the way back. Recycling possession. Dean Campbell has got it just inside our own half, looking down for Johnny Hayes, who looks tired, but James Tavernier with a touch, a really heavy touch. And it goes out for an Aberdeen throw-in. Aberdeen again just looking to take their time when the ball's out of possession. John Beaton giving the rider now. Surely that is a foul all over Lewis Ferguson, of course, no. But Aberdeen retain possession, ball put forward again. Marley Watkins, excellent hold-up play, and it's going to be another throw into Aberdeen. Marley Watkins really throwing himself about just now in terms of holding the ball up and giving us a good outlet. Again, from the throw-in, targeted Marley Watkins and Aberdeen get another throw. They're inching their way further forward. We're inside. The throw-in's being taken inside, probably in line with a penalty spot just now. Ryan Hedges picks the throw-in up. Oh, and then wanted a different ball that Dean Campbell was willing to play, but Aberdeen still retain possession. Is that a foul? No, of course not. Surely this time, yeah, Scott Wright fouling Dean Campbell there, trying to get himself into the game by two fouls. Thankfully, the second one was picked up by John Beaton. Dean Campbell putting in an excellent shift again to protect the ball, and he's thrown to nudged to the floor by Scott Wright there. Aberdeen get the free kick, but I was trying to play a crossfield ball, and it was intercepted. But a heavy touch, and Ojo just keep it calm. He's given the ball away, and this is a chance here for Rangers. Hadji coming forward. Sakala gives the ball back to James Tavernier halfway in the mid. Ball forward. Sakala throwing himself at the ball, and it's a penalty. Who had 80 minutes on the penalty sweeper? I have absolutely no idea what that's for. For fuck's sake, man. Sakala, I think he gets inside Bates or McCrory. It's Bates. Bates' night's going from bad to worse. He gets inside David Bates, and Bates has been at Rangers players' shirts all half. That's really soft. I'd like to see the angle from behind the goal. I have no idea what that penalty is for, to be honest. That looked supremely soft. James Tavernier will be stepping up to take said penalty. Can Joel Lewis save the penalty from the Rangers captain? In the run-up. Joel Lewis goes the right way. Oh, he just can't get there. Joel Lewis dives to his right-hand side, but unfortunately cannot get his fingertips to the ball, and it is Rangers 2, Aberdeen 2. Of course, it has to be a penalty that finds their way back into the game. Fashion Sakala getting in behind David Bates and collapsing to the ground. John Beaton, I'm sure, had no hesitation, being keen all night to give fouls to any opportunity, awards the penalty to Rangers, and it is Rangers 2, Aberdeen 2. Well, I'm not sure if your household, you and your brother, what you thought if it was a penalty or not. I certainly thought it was very, very soft, but he's not exactly covered himself in glory tonight. Probably at fault for both goals now. Ultimately, the former Rangers man, as Rangers have fought back from 2-0 down, and Joseph Morris saying it's deserved. Probably on reflection, if the pressure that they've put Aberdeen under, but it's harsh on the way Aberdeen have defended. They've defended so resolutely, and for it to be, given up in that manner is a real sickener. I think, yeah, on the replay that I've seen, I think it's a bit harsh on Bates because it looks very soft to me on the only replay that's been shown. Um, on the stream I'm watching, Sakala goes down very gently. I don't actually think he was expecting the penalty because, judging by his reaction, I think he thought the free kick was against him. So disappointing, but let's hope we can still, a point would be a terrific point given none of us probably expected to take anything. Um, let's see what we can do in these last 7 minutes. Can we maybe sneak a goal on the counter attack? But Rangers have pumped the ball forward here. Bates deals with it this time. Headed clear, but Tavernier's going to get it back. That's surely offside from Sakala. Nope, the ball's breaking for Morelos. No, the flag has gone up now, thankfully. Later than expected, but it is rightfully flagged offside. Aberdeen have got about 6.5 minutes of normal time to see this out for a 2-2 draw after being 2-0 up inside the first 17 minutes at Ibrox. I think it should have been Sakala that's being flagged offside. I think Rangers TV are not happy with the decision, of course, but looked to me the right decision. A mix-up in the Rangers defence here has got Marley Watkins coming forward. He's having his shirt pulled. Of course, it's not going to be a foul. He then trips over Calvin Bassey, and John Beaton more than happy to give the decision to the home side. As the clock ticks into the 84th minute now, Rangers looking to come forward once again. Dean Campbell out to stop James Tavernier going forward as he plays it back to his keeper, and Rangers look to build from the back again. No free kick this time as Johnny Hayes wins the ball back, much to the bemusement. And then who is that? Lewis Ferguson, just in the conditions, just can't time the pass right, goes in behind Johnny Hayes, and any chance of an Aberdeen attack comes to nothing as Rangers take the throw in quickly and spread the play to the opposite side of the pitch. Goldson looking to drive the ball into the Aberdeen half. Plays a through ball to Scott Wright, who drives at Ross McCrory and gets past Ross McCrory and gets the ball into the box. And it's headed. That is going to be a sore one for somebody, Scott Arfield, who has headed over and then headed the post as he slides in on his follow-up. Nothing he could really do to prevent himself from going headfirst into the post. But that was a dangerous opportunity, and probably a good opportunity if you're a Rangers fan. But from our point of view, we'd be happy that that's gone over the post. Joe Lewis has been booked here. Fuck knows what for, but probably just because he's an Aberdeen player, judging by the refereeing performance tonight, because nobody in red has any idea what that's for. John Beaton looking very perplexed at having to explain himself why he's booking an Aberdeen player. Morelos getting himself involved, but then nobody's surprised. Oh no, he's given a corner. Right. So I wonder if Joe Lewis has been booked for protesting at the decision. I thought it was a goal kick that was going to be awarded, but no, it's a corner. Another opportunity for Rangers to get the ball into the box here. 86 minutes gone. James Tavernier set to take the corner. Again, lots of tussling. David Bates all over Balogun again. David Bates has got to be careful. Every time there is a set piece, he has got a handful of Liam Balogun's shirt. It's going to cost us eventually. John Beaton is all over it. I'm not sure which way he's favouring in, but if we know John Beaton, we know which way he will favour. So the corner is yet to be taken. Probably wasted about 30 seconds in doing this, and it is coming now, and that is going to be a. Well, I thought Balogun headed that behind, but of course it is going to be a corner. Let's see the replay here. Again, shirt's getting pulled left, right, and centre. That's not a corner, but of course, it's whipped in by Tavernier. Ooh, Bassi throwing himself at it, not getting there. Ball onto the edge of the Aberdeen box, but worked back to Glenn Kamara. Oh, he's trying to get into the Aberdeen box, but this is going to. Oh, he snuck past Dylan McGee. Oh, hold your feet. It's going to be another Rangers corner. Oh, this has just got a sense of inevitability about it that I do not like. Ball out on the opposite side of the pitch for this corner. Yanis Hadji is going to take it on this occasion. Here comes a corner now from Yanis Hadji. And it's cleared, not fully. It's basically cleared back to Yanis Hadji by Ryan Hedges. It just went high in the air. Rangers looking to recycle this by Tavernier looking to switch wide. And it'll be another corner for Rangers. Oh no, the most obvious corner decision of the last three has actually gone in Aberdeen's favour as Ross McCrory headed behind under pressure from Connor Goldson. Linesman is given a goal kick. We will absolutely take that. 88 minutes gone. It is Rangers 2, Aberdeen 2. As the Ibrox faithful head for the exit, they don't do walking away unless it's to beat the traffic. So Rangers fans heading towards the exit as the game finally balanced. As we approach injury time, I'm sure we'll see plenty of that. I'm sure the fourth official has been kindly advised to add on. Ball up top, Scott Wright heading it down, clear that, thank you. Lewis Ferguson hoofing the ball back up towards the halfway line. Rangers picking up possession halfway inside the Aberdeen half. Bassi driving forward, out wide to Yanis Hadji, looking to get this ball back into the Aberdeen box. Aberdeen looking to get men behind the ball. Marley Watkins stopping the ball. Ryan Hedges tackling Scott Wright. 1-2 with Marley Watkins. Just get it clear. No, plays it back to Ryan Hedges. Out wide, Dean Campbell coming forward. Johnny Hayes looking to spin the counter attack. Dean Campbell's played a brilliant ball down the line. Johnny Hayes is going to get on the end of this and Colin Goldson pushes him over. Easy decision from John Beaton. I'm surprised he gives it, but it is a free kick to Aberdeen. Out on the wing, but in line with the 12-yard box. Can we organise a set piece? It's the 89th minute here. Really stupid from Connor Goldson. Puts the hand on the back of Johnny Hayes, and Johnny Hayes happily falls to the ground. Now, Aberdeen are not loading the box here to Ibrox, although Scott Brown, oh no, they have. They're just taking their time to come forward. I do apologise. I thought we were only going to chuck two in the box. Scott Brown has come forward, has us David Bates. It's going to be Dean Campbell to whip in the free kick. Oh, and Watkins won the header, but it's high and wide, nowhere near troubling the keeper. 2-2, Rangers take the goal kick quickly. We're seeing a replay of the chance here. Well, use the word chance loosely. David Canning asking, was it a penalty? I know it's certainly dividing opinion. I don't think it was. I don't think Fashion Sakala thought it was. But at Ibrox and under certain referees, they're always going to be happy to give that decision. Aberdeen trying to clear it, struggling to clear it. Under pressure here again, as we are now into the 90th minute. And of course, there is 5 minutes of injury time. 5 minutes for Aberdeen to hold out. We're about 30 seconds into the added on time. So 4.5 minutes to go. Bassi pumps the ball into the box. And McCrory deals with that well. Ryan Hedges pushing the back from Scott Arfield. Thank you very much. We'll take the free kick and probably kill another 30 seconds. Ryan Hedges on the floor on his back, just taking a wee breather. Aberdeen looking to see this out. I have to say, I don't know about you guys that have been watching. If you have been watching and listening to me as commentary, I hope you've been enjoying the commentary. Thank you all to those of you that have stayed with me throughout this watch along. It's really appreciated. If you've enjoyed it, give the watch along a wee like, hit that subscribe button on YouTube, give us a follow on Twitter at @RTG_podcast. But I would love to hear who you think the Aberdeen man of the match is. Who's been your top don so far tonight? I've been particularly impressed with Dean Campbell thrown in at the deep end tonight. I thought he's done really well so far. But who do you think has been the top don so far? Let me know in the comments below. As Scott Brown, the ball's come off Scott Brown's knee. It's a throw in for Rangers. halfway inside Aberdeen half down the right-hand side. Rangers looking to carve out another opportunity. Ball switched into midfield. Balogun coming forward out wide to Bassey, who's been dangerous with his balls into the box, looking to do another one. But this time his cross is blocked by Johnny Hayes, and Johnny Hayes gets on the edge of the box now. He's going to absolutely burst and got to get up the pitch. But I can't control it, and Balogun gets back well. Aberdeen try and commit a sensible foul before Ojo pumps the ball upfield. And McLaughlin takes the ball on the edge of his box. 2 minutes of the injury time gone, 3 to go. Scott Arfield with possession coming forward wide to James Tavernier, who Hospital passes it back to him, but he controls it well. Ball's switched to the other side of play. Glenn Kamara coming into the Aberdeen half. Wide on Rangers' left-hand side. In midfield into Yanis Hadji. Yanis Hadji forward. Morelos goes down very cheaply under Scott Brown. Beaten, not buying it on this rare occasion. Lewis Ferguson goes down. Free kick Aberdeen. And the faithful and Morelos are absolutely incensed. Scott, and he has been booked. You'll love to see it. Morelos into John Beaton's face, and the first Rangers booking of the day, unsurprisingly, is to Alfredo Morelos. More surprisingly, it's taken the 93rd minute for it to come. Really looking for a cheap free kick there, Alfredo Morelos, trying to con the referee. Surprisingly, Beaton doesn't buy it, and Lewis Ferguson going down under Yanis Hadji. It is a free kick to Aberdeen. Joe Lewis has still not taken it. 2 minutes to go. And that's going to be another foul to Aberdeen. No, his advantage. Ryan Hedges has a shot. I hope he's going to bring that back for the free kick. Johnny Hayes fouled on the edge of the box. The ball was nestled down to Ryan Hedges, who shot and skied it wide. Now, we saw in the game on Saturday that the advantage was brought back when we had something similar. John Beaton, not happy to do that. It's going to be a goal kick to Rangers. Johnny Hayes down, holding his calf. The physios are coming on, so there will be some extra time. Hopefully nothing serious, because we can rare do without another injury to a defender, but it looks like this is going to be a substitution, a forced substitution, possibly, as the home fans continue to head for the exits. Probably frustrated that their team has not seen off Aberdeen. But Aberdeen have done an excellent job finding themselves 2-0 up after 16 minutes. Unfortunately, not being able to hold on. But what a performance we've seen from the Dons tonight, digging in and battling for most of this 95 minutes. Yes, it has been back to the wall for large periods of time, but we did say in the podcast ahead of this game we would love to see a performance that gives us hope for the rest of the season, and I certainly think the players on the pitch tonight have done that. Austin Samuel's set to come on to replace Johnny Hayes for the last, what will probably be about 2 minutes. Hedges looks in a bit of discomfort after that shot, maybe getting a bit of cramp. It's been a tough night. It's been tough conditions on that pitch in the heavy rain. So Austin Samuel's coming on now, probably just to run about for 90 seconds. Marley Watkins to fill in defence, I think, gives a bit of height as the ball's pumped forward. Bates is fighting with Sakala. Nobody challenges. Ojo's going to come back there trying to win a foul. He's cleared it. It's not going out for a goal kick. And it's going to be, I know it is going to be a free kick as Ojo tries to see the ball out for a goal kick. Sakala did hit it off him, but does foul Ojo in the process. Goal kick to Aberdeen. We are into extra time, as Joe Lewis takes his time to take this goal kick. Lewis Ferguson, it looks like, down tying his shoelace just to waste a bit more time as the clock ticks down. And now let's just see how much time John Beaton is prepared to add on. Joe Lewis sends the ball high. Nobody from Aberdeen challenging that, so Tavernier can take down under no pressure. But he heads back to the keeper. John McLaughlin takes a touch as Samuels tries to charge down, but McLaughlin gets that clear. McCrory does well to win the ball, but Glenn Kamara then loses possession. Dean Campbell, cheaply given away, as Aberdeen really should have done well to hold on to that. Rangers, this is going to be their final opportunity. Scott Brown, hoof. And John Beaton blows the full-time whistle. Aberdeen have taken a point at Ibrox. 4 points from 2 games after 10 games without a win. Brilliant point. Scott Brown is fully enjoying the moment. Stephen Gerrard looking a very frustrated figure on the sideline. Stephen Glass and Aberdeen should be brilliantly proud of their defensive display. matching Rangers in terms of keeping them out, taking the lead, not going 2-0 up. What a display from Aberdeen. A valiant point, certainly more than I expected tonight. I'm sure more than many of you expected. Well done to those of you that travelled down tonight. I'm so glad you've managed to get a decent result. Scott Brown is lapping this up as well, he might. What a result for Aberdeen. What a performance from the makeshift defence tonight. Yes, okay, we didn't hold on and get a famous victory, but what a great point that is. And absolutely, I'm 100% agree. I will take that any day. Certainly not to be expected, but we held out very well. Unfortunately, the penalty, looked soft. I'll need to see a couple of replays back of that. Sunsy there saying, for all the injuries in defence, who'd have thought that Ojo and Brown would be the answer? Ojo, I think for me, struggled at times tonight, certainly in the first half. Rode his luck at times after being a booking, but Scott Brown, brilliant defensive display at centre half, marshalling defence, dealing with the balls. Joseph, I think you're being a bit harsh. What defensive display? For all the pressure that we had to soak up, it required a penalty for Rangers to salvage a point against us. I think that's a bit of a harsh comment, but look, everyone's entitled to their opinions. I know Rangers fashioned out a lot of chances in that second half, but we held on very resolutely until the inevitable penalty for Rangers came. But Aberdeen taking a point at Ibrox, 2-2 on the night. Certainly didn't expect that. When I agreed to do this watch along, I was probably expecting to be talking about a 3 or 4-0 defeat, but excellent point from Aberdeen that hopefully keeps this feel-good factor going into the weekend as we take on Heart of Midlothian at Pataudry. It's a 3 o'clock kickoff. Callum will be joining me tomorrow once he watches the highlights to give a review of the game tonight. We'll have the podcast out tomorrow at 5 o'clock with, as I said, Robert Borthwick joined us on Monday night to give us a wee preview of the Hearts game and speak all things View from the Terrace. Really hope you guys can get involved with that podcast tomorrow night on the back of this 2-2 draw and ahead of the game against Hearts. Thanks for all your support tonight. If you have enjoyed it, make sure you leave a comment, leave a like, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Again, as I say, me and Callum really do appreciate the support. Paul, thank you very much for watching tonight. I'm glad you've all enjoyed it. Thanks, Blue Alley. I've really enjoyed trying to do my own commentary because I know how often I complain on this podcast about Red TV's commentary, so I tried to give my own spin. Emma, thanks for your continued support. So, to round up tonight, it's a 2-2 draw. Aberdeen take a point at Ibrox, and it's on to Saturday. Thank you very much for tuning into the watch along on Red Tinted Glasses.